like that. They were saying the rhino was dark. So. Okay, y'all gonna blow it? Let's see if we
Well, those like he said he's gonna hum.
Yeah, we get like
like what?
Yeah, like
in your ear.
You can hear the light traveling.
Let me
pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Would have me out here. I knew we was going. See, I knew we was going on live. So I
Go ahead and sit down. We'll get a good frame on you.
I saw you, and you inspired my outfit. Because my titties would have been all out. I didn't want to do that. But that's sexy. Ew, I'm doing it right here. Like, I can't do it. It's fake. I know what to do with it. So I just glitter it up. Y'all got cleavage today. It's okay. What is that? The same thing? Sangria. It's just a higher percentage.
Oh, that shit kind of good. That sangria.
Y'all think we can? So let me see what the light.
We're gonna turn the camera a little bit.
Is there a way you can bring the chair closer?
Yeah,
we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I would definitely.
He always brings it. Bring it down. Remember the last time? She had it down more. Remember? Okay.
That's good.
You sure you don't want to see? Cause you're the boy.
Yeah, you don't want to do it.
Yeah, we keeping the same way we did last time.
Cause I ain't knowing nothing.
See
We
if I
on the sidelines today.
I'm gonna see if there's something I can
Yeah,
kind of
let's see
put under there.
For a little bit. On the sidelines. So it's Facebook, right? Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit more to right here.
So.
And if you lean into your mic,
It's like conversation.
yeah, you'll be in kind of.
I think the first part is like.
Can we move the mic stand back a little bit?
Yeah.
No, the second
There we
part
go.
is conversation. But
Okay.
the first part is mainly questions for y'all.
Okay.
So
That
I'm
should work.
gonna give
Yeah.
y'all
Lean in.
5 questions
Yeah, because you can still see
and
them.
then I want them
when
to
I'm not
ask
talking.
what they want to ask you guys.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's
It's
lower it.
Yeah, I'm gonna lower this part and have it coming up for you.
It's on Facebook. I can't hear you. What? No. Oh, there you go.
Lean
It's
in.
on Facebook.
That's much better. Yeah, we can actually see your face.
Look at that good. My host.
Use one.
Like, it was like a short
I guess
Alright,
It was so hard coming across this way.
There we go.
They couldn't hear last night because it was.
You got that on?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
trying to
but
find
when I
a
turned it
name.
off, they couldn't hear it.
I'm just gonna scooch it just a little bit more.
I need to get me a damn chain and stuff. Get back on the jewelry game.
I feel it, bro. I mean, it
There we
helps,
go.
you know what I'm saying? Whatever floats your
All right,
boat.
so
To be honest,
I really don't
I
think.
thought your
I just
camera.
wanted- I
I
just
think
wanted
the light is better
No,
with
just
it.
I can
You know
see
what I
with
mean?
a rope chain or something.
Yeah,
It's like a rope chain.
yeah. I think that'd be
It looks better, but
You got like
the sound.
you got like a classic.
I don't hear any sound. You hear it? I hear myself.
So like a gold rope chain.
Let me see if the mics are picking it up.
But you know what I really want? I really want a herringbone, bro.
A herringbone?
You ain't got no last
You don't know what a
time.
herringbone is?
No, bro.
Hey, Mr. Cutter.
It's the flat, thick one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The
Old
rope.
school.
The rope.
No, not the rope.
No, it's not a rope chain.
This is a rope.
Yeah, that's got that twist
No,
on
you
it.
talking about the.
It's the flat one.
It's it's flat as fuck, but it lays.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. Well,
I ain't just never heard the terminology.
It's all good, my guy. It's all good.
Oh, so
All right,
sweet.
we're good like that, guys. If you want to have the lights on, we can do that. It must be more prevalent out here in this room. Yeah, this room's kind of killing that noise, so we're good.
All right.
All right, yeah. So I'll head back in there. We'll do a countdown and go for it.
Let's get it.
You the man.
About you. Get some shining. I want my titties
Early
on.
bird. Hey, early bird.
See, I'm leaning back out.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, that's what's gonna get all the views right there.
Run it up.
I wish my phone wouldn't die.
I know. I would stream it too. My phone's on like 19%.
I mean, I could do it.
What am I
Yeah,
buying?
keep that charge with you.
Exactly.
I was working on clothes. This schedule.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
All right, we live, baby.
What it do?
welcome to a Fistful Podcast. I'm your host, Christy Christ, that reveals the most.
Woo woo.
Tonight is not about me, not about you, not about nobody else. It's about two people who has a special interest in the same thing, in industry and cliche.
Yeah.
Okay. But moving forward, tonight is also season 4, episode 1. And I'm starting it off with 2 of my besties interviews as an artist in this cruel, cruel world. And you guys, usually I start off with a prayer, but tonight I think we're very guarded. I think we're very high up on faith right now.
Yes.
Last night was an awesome night for everyone, and I think we have enough faith and wisdom to get through this night together. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my interviewees. And number 1 is Mr. TJ from last night's episode, a.k.a. Terrell Bromfield.
Thank you. Pleasure to be
What's up,
on.
Zan?
Thank you, Chris.
And the next one is Mr. Space TK himself, a local artist here in Savannah, Georgia. And he's an artist and an artist as well, combined. So, I'm going to open the floor for my 2 other guests, Mr. Jody, my male perspective, and Miss Tiffany, my female perspective.
The queen is in the building.
And after I get through interviewing them, I'm going to open the floor for them to interview them on just random questions that the audience would generally ask any upcoming artists themselves personally. And after that, we're going to go into the perspective replay Q&As, where everyone will be giving their opinions about dating, raw truth, and personal advice from us to you. So I hope it resonates, dawn, and get with you like it got with us, because we're going to get with it. All right. So, Mr. TJ, can you tell me where you're from?
Yeah, I'm originally from Pensacola, Florida. My family's from New Orleans, but I was pretty much raised in Virginia Beach area.
Okay. And what about you, Mr. Space TJ?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Born and raised?
Yeah.
So why are you here?
Exactly.
That's a whole nother story. Really just like the craft and my connections brought me out here to Savannah.
Okay. So what started your passion for art? When did you get into art? Like, hey, that's something I love. When did you get into it?
Just watching anime, I guess. Me and my brother, we used to, we didn't have a lot of toys, so it was like we used to draw, just make our own figures and stuff like that. And my uncle, he used to do carvings out of wood. So I used to think that was really cool. He used to make bird carvings out of wood. So I was like, hey, that's really cool. So I mean, that just really interested me in art, and I just took off from there since I was young.
Okay. Cool. And Mr. Space TK, when did you develop your passion for art and also music?
So as far as visual arts, I've always been like really creative, like just from like being young. Pen sketches, notebooks full of stuff, random doodles during class, and as I got older, I just pursued it a little more, invested a little more time in it to perfect my craft and go somewhere with that. When it comes to music, I really started taking it serious probably about high school. So I'd say maybe like 2011. I was working with a group at first, and we were just kind of like feeding off of each other. Getting recordings and stuff done, getting features in, straight out the garage. So that was dope. But that just kind of like opened up a new door for me for like expression. And then after that, I kept pursuing myself, still working on like singles and whatnot. But I would definitely say that within the last maybe 6-7 months for real, I just kind of like really started pushing. I had reached a comfort point within my own self that I felt like, it was time for me to just go
get
and start
it.
pursuing that. Yeah, big facts.
Okay. So, Mr. TJ, what kind of art do you do?
I do several different kinds. I mean, I started off like doing
You
just...
can draw y'all, baby.
I started doing just like basic sketches at first, and then I just started I guess going through school, we experiment with different mediums, as far as like Conte crayon or color pencil and stuff like that. But the kind of art I do now, I think now that I found my lane, I do a lot of graphic art. At first, I didn't even like graphic art because I'm so into just using my hands to draw or paint or whatever. But times is changing, I think, and it's so hard. You got to keep up with the times because everything's changing. Everything's going digital, and but you just never lose the love for actually hand drawing and stuff. So I do a lot of graphic art, but I still have love for just the hand drawings and stuff like that.
Okay. And what kind of art do you do in this space?
Outside of music, I paint. I also create jewelry and design clothes.
Wow. Okay. Entrepreneurship.
Yo, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
So, in between the both of you, how would you say your artwork is different, and how would you say it's alike?
That's a tough question.
Oh, you mean like our styles of art?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
And work, period, with art, because his is portraits, yours is more.
I mean, it's different because like art in general is different. It really just goes on. Like every artist is different. Every artist sees things differently. Everyone expresses things differently. So no artist is ever going to be the same. It doesn't matter if you do the same thing. You're going to have different techniques, different ways of approaching things, different mindset. So I think it doesn't matter. Like me and him are artists. We share that. But the fact that we just have different approaches of it, and that's what it is. That's what art is. You know what I mean? Just putting it out there, and we just let the audience, interpret whatever it is. So.
That's 100%. I do feel that. I do admire the fact that he's like taking a really good approach to like using a digital medium, which is something that I'm not doing. I'm just working with my hands and whatnot. Also, like how he accentuates his like Afrocentric characters, like is like really dope to me, which is also something that I picked up on as far as like similarities.
I'm glad you picked up on that because like that was something that I saw a lack of. Me growing up in watching anime and stuff like that. It was like we didn't have a lot of representation of black people in anime or in just movies or whatever in general. So I just took the
only Afro Samurai. That's it.
Oh yeah,
right,
right. And that didn't even come until like later on
exactly,
down the line.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's big facts. That's big facts. Just that lack of like a strong presence within like mainstream media.
Right.
Okay. So, last question. How would you say it is being the race and your background from where you came from in the artistry industry as who you are and what's going on today? How would you say that? How do you see yourself further?
So I guess to answer it like step by step, right? Like coming up in Atlanta, like I was born like in Decatur, but then like I went to school and everything like further east, like out in Conyers. So like that area is it's really like a lack of like creative expression like altogether for real. Like you may have like a pocket of artists or something like that, like somebody you went to school with, or just like little stuff like that. But it really wasn't too much support given to visual creators or even like musicians in the area at the time. And I feel like that was just because like if you've ever been to Conyers, like it's really like the country. Like all of your stores and like main gas stations and everything are like right off the exit. So like if you live like off the exit, which you do because like nobody's house is behind Walmart for real, but it's just nothing but like neighborhoods and trees and farms and stuff like that. So for me, I feel like I kind of had to come back into the city in order to really like make a good stamp or just pursue my dreams and really like elevate myself creatively to perfect my craft or have the opportunity to really get somewhere with it, like whether it was like music or even like painting stuff, because like I mean shit, the homies will vouch, like I've always been creative, but like I really didn't start like putting my own showcases and stuff together until like I left out of Conyers. And that's just because like when it comes to like club venues, it's maybe like 2 out in Conyers for real, but it's like a bunch of like little like side bars and stuff. So like you may pop out in like the bar or something, but you really can't do no like business there, or just stuff like the longevity of that. So you really had to do your own thing. So
have to put your foot out there.
Yeah, big facts, big facts. I mean, you gotta expand and grow. You know what I mean? You just gotta spread your wings and like keep faith.
Yes.
Right. What was the question?
Oh man.
Can you say the question?
Oh.
That was long.
That was long. So he had to marinate on
I
that.
got you.
My bad.
Okay, so being in your background, in your color, and race or whatever, how do you see yourself in the industry of art that you're in moving further? Like,
I mean, being black in itself is you're already dealing with, you're already 10 steps behind, but just finding your niche for me, it was like just going through school, going through college and stuff like that, and you have people doing the same things that you're doing, and people not valuing art as it is, because some people will be like, okay, I love your art, but should I pay for it? You know what I mean? So it's like, so a lot of people want free rides for artwork and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, you don't want to sell yourself short. You have a gift that God gave you, and you're just trying to find your lane. And with art, there's so many different things that you can express yourself in. And for me, I just gravitated towards representing myself in the black community, because like, if we can support each other, if I can put my artwork out there. And the one thing I do with portraits is because portraits allow you to captivate someone and immortalize them in a way. So that's what I gravitate towards. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah,
That's facts. That's facts. I feel that 100%. I definitely was like agree with that too. Like being a black artist, like for I guess like a black visual artist, definitely like in the city area or just wherever you at, you do have to kind of like go a little harder and work a little smarter in order to like get somewhere that maybe other artists don't have to experience.
There's a thing called starving artists.
Oh yeah, on
Straight up.
I said they don't hear no audio. Facebook, can you hear us?
okay, can I put it on?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Sissy Pooh, you forgot to turn on. Was it? No.
It's up.
He said okay now. Damn, we done missed half of the thing.
Yeah.
No, it ain't. It was like that yesterday. Remember?
Right? Yeah, but it was farther back. Now it was closer. He can hear. Nobody was hearing. So
They catch it on replay.
okay. Can you hear us now?
I heard it on replay.
Can you hear us now?
I shared a link to you. All right. So, Space, my question for you is, would you have two industries, art and as an artist, how do you differentiate both of them to make time for both of them? And I know you're a working man, so how do you value your time to generate all of those and support yourself at the same time?
Go get it.
Yeah, to be honest, like I really give thanks for like my willpower and my hustle, because like to be honest, like if I didn't have either one of those, I couldn't say that I would be like going so hard to like get certain things done. Like definitely like I could say maybe like that was probably like 4 years ago or so. Like it was a point in time where like I was working at Amazon, and then like I began off work at like 5 or 6, and then when I started doing my showcases, like going to the house, so like I'm on public transportation, so like I'm getting to the house at like 8 o'clock, but then gotta get my paintings and stuff together, jump back out, be at the venue by like smooth time, which is maybe like 9, 10 o'clock or so, make sure everything is set up. Then I was working with other artists as well, so really keeping the event organized and keeping people in the loop, like it really like it took a toll, but at the same time I definitely feel like it was worth it, you know what I mean, just like having it under my belt. But I definitely had to like sit down and organize my mind in order to keep myself from draining myself from all of my creative expression. So like within a day, right, I might work on a shirt or work on some jeans, press out like 2 or 3 pieces of jewelry, do a couple touches on a painting, and then like in the middle of the night get like inspiration for a song. So like to the public, that's more so focused on like what I'm pushing at the moment. You feel me? So like I can't keep everybody in the loop for like what I'm working on right now, but at the same time, when I post something like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying, there's heat. So like it'll be a time frame to where like, oh yeah, I'll post like 6 or 7 paintings or something on the gram, but then the following week you can see pictures of me, but then like those details in that is like clothing that I done created, or like me wearing like some of my jewelry or something, or like meetings, venues, whatever the case is, or like there was a point in time where like I would take photos and then I would have my paintings and stuff in the background, just like for the aesthetic, so that way people just could like see what I had going on. So it was just like a matter of like organizing my time and using it wisely as well, because like I mean, even with that, the push on social media, like when it comes to like doing business, or like me orchestrating an event for myself or like other creators, like shit, that'd be tough trying to put on a music show and a painting showcase, and you know what I'm saying, like all within the same night or at the same time. So it was really just like a matter of pace and like strategic movement that's just like constantly applied, and just like something that I go with and move with.
But you had to put your shit out there because nobody else would. You had to put your shit out there.
On the
Let
mob.
it be known.
Because like when I was first like doing my thing, like I didn't have like management or nothing. Like I didn't even have like a collective that I was working with. So like shoot, when I stayed on the south side, like off Hamilton, like it was funny because like I had like roommates at that time, and like he used to laugh because like I'd be up like throughout the night, but then like at times that he would be going to work or something, like he would just like see I'd be passed out, or like the door is closed or something, and no lights is on, so he'd be like what do I have going on, or what was I up to? And then like after like letting him into my space and like having a conversation with him, he just kind of like seeing like, okay, dang, you actually got a lot going on, and it's just like that organization, like that really plays a part, like within like being an artist and just like everything. Like I would definitely recommend that, like just because like after I did started working with a team, like it made stuff a lot easier to where like I had even more time to focus on my creative process instead of focusing on my creating the process, then like the event, organizing the event, finding the creators, making sure DJ was
made
there,
a lot easier.
then like promotion stuff, like I was making my own flyers and whatnot, like
That's all the work.
You had to get your balance.
everything.
That's what it was.
On the
Once you
mob.
got your balance, you was on it. And I'm feeling that name space. That's how he got it. He let his roommate get in his space.
Oh my God. Okay. So moving forward, where do you see yourself with your art industry and in the nearest future for you in the next 2 to 5 years?
Just solidifying myself, I guess. Just making a big push. Social media is big. You know what I mean? It just really took off, especially for artwork. When Instagram first was starting and stuff, there was not a lot of, you posted artwork and stuff like that, but social media is really, really big nowadays, especially for advertising. When it's switched to business, exactly. And there's so many artists out there. So I see myself in 5, 10 years, just solidify myself. I want to see myself with my own gallery or something like that. So that's what I see myself in.
What about you, Mr. Space?
Shoot, in the next, let's say like 2 years. In the next 2 years, I'm gonna have.
He's gonna be having a Grammy, y'all.
On the mob.
Talking to him, hallelujah, Lord.
Doing these paid flights, I'm gonna keep doing my interviews. It's gonna be lit.
Yes, space.
Just want to get your first one.
I got you. Big facts. Big facts. So yeah, for like my clothing line, I definitely want to have like an online store. I got t-shirts on the way now. So that's gonna be squared away. Paintings wise, gallery, yeah, big facts. My paintings though are like so like different that it's gonna take a really bomb ass pocket for me to like be able to sit in with my work. But I mean, shoot, that's where I want to be at, so it's gonna happen. Jewelry wise, shoot, I'll be straight with just having doing co-signing long term with a store, or just letting somebody be the face of it, which is kind of something that's in the mix now. letting somebody be the face of like the jewelry company, and then giving me the time to just like press that out, let them handle the sales. So a flourishing jewelry business, and then music wise, shoot, dropping EPs with my people, moving as a unit, videos, making a mean stamp, you know what I'm saying, within the industry, for just like uplifting creators, you know what I'm saying, in whatever city I go to just, be this kind of like influence, or just like this plug on like, giving people the platform so that way they can do whatever it is they want to do, as long as they're going hard at it.
Okay. So, being that you're still young, 30.
Still young.
Okay. What would you give an upcoming artist like yourself that's working hard as well, trying to balance their life?
Just stick at it, I guess, because like I've taken so many breaks, so many years I took off, and just started pursuing other things. I had other careers I had going on. Relationships was a factor in it. So it's like just continue with your passion. You know what I mean? God gave you a gift. Why not use it? You know what I mean? Some people think that art is, you know what I mean, you can't make money out of it. But understand that people are making money out of art for hundreds of years. So it's like just be creative. Stick to your passion. Always have faith and just go with it. You know, because you never know. You could be the next. Like people could make $100 million off of one painting. You know what I mean? That's all it takes. One painting. You know what I mean?
You'll be that next time.
So yeah, just keep at it, man. Because like I said, the world is changing. Everything's changing. So just create your own way. Don't try to follow other people. You know, create your own energy, your own wave, your own style. I think style is something that I'm still, as a 30-year-old, still trying to develop my own style. You know, and just keeping with that style, you know, and, you know, just make it happen, you know. You got all the skills within you, you know what I mean? Your hands can do all the work, so it ain't much, man. Just stay focused.
Okay. Mrs. Faith, what advice would you give an upcoming artist like yourself trying to balance two industries?
I would definitely say make time for yourself, keep a peace of mind, move wisely, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to be a creator, but really, like, what's going to separate you is how you use your creativity, you know what I'm saying, to help other people or to put yourself on a stamp. So move wisely, cultivate yourself, and just like, you know, make sure you giving back, you know what I'm saying, because like in all essence, like that's what we create for, like for whether you're a painter or like, you know, jewelry or like clothing or like music or whatever the case is, you create to like, you know, help someone, you know, feel better about themselves, or, you know, become even, you know, more aligned with themselves, so that way they can, you know, jump off the block and like, you know, inspire somebody else and do something different.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it here first from Mrs. Faith TK himself and Mr. TJB Artistry. Moving forward, we're going to go into the perspective replay Q&As. And I have my male perspective, Mr. Jody. My female perspective, Miss Tiffany. My other male perspective, Mr. TJ. And a low-key perspective, because he's the youngest of the bunch.
He's about to get
TJ.
that paper.
He's going to be for the millennial babies.
Yes, Space.
Hit him with that knowledge.
Okay, Mr. Ashley from Tacoma, Washington wants to know, is being tolerable to things or accepting things from people that add no value to your life considered selfish?
Repeat that question. I want to make sure I break it down right.
Is being tolerable to things or accepting things from people that add no value to your life considered selfish?
Shoot. I mean, that's an interesting statement, because like, to be honest, like a homeless man could like speak some truth to you. Like, that's really about like how you break down the information and like what's being spit. But then like, you know, you gotta break down like, you know, whatever's being spit to you, because like sometimes somebody could hit you with a straight fact that hurt your soul or like hurt the ego or something, and then, you know, you gotta take a minute to recuperate, or, you know, you can take a minute to be like, nah man, I'm gonna just be a hater my whole life. But you know, you really gotta process stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like, because the feeling or the genuinity of stuff is like it could be a question sometimes. Like I done had people like compliment me on my work, but then like behind the scenes it's a different story or something. You feel me? So like I gotta focus on what's being said to me and how that made me feel more so than like where it came from, because like some people do talk out of hate or talk out of ego, but then like it's a lot of people that just like genuinely talk to you or like genuinely like want to get your perspective on stuff. So like you really gotta just process and know how to speak.
My perspective on that is if you ain't helping me prosper, you can kick rocks. Straight like that.
So it's not selfish.
It's not, because it's you know what? It's like you don't know how people think about you. You really don't. You could be thinking, oh yes, these people got my back. Man, they like, this bitch about to fail. I done told her ass she gonna fail. But you like, oh yes, I'm about to do it. And sometimes you need that encouragement. You need that, even if you know she about to fail. You still need that encouragement, because guess what? She gonna be like, okay, these people counting on me. Let me get up and go get it. So if you ain't about it, I'm out.
They already said what I was gonna say, so.
Hey, selfish.
Go ahead, Joe.
Nah, it's not selfish.
Okay.
Yes.
Elaborate on it though.
I mean, they covered it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, it's also about your perspective of it, like how you perceive what they're giving you. You can take it negative. It might be something positive. It's all about your growth at that point. If you're not mature enough to receive it, it can come off being selfish. If you're mature enough and you actually hear what they're trying to tell you, it's not selfish.
I agree. So.
So
it's always facts or something. Like,
right.
Just to add in, my bad.
It's okay, space.
I know.
Coming through the space.
I know.
That's what your name is.
TK.
Shoot, like you learn something from everybody that you talk to and who you deal with, whether it's you learn the fact that you can't fuck with them to that degree, or whether you learn like something that's gonna help you prosper, like something that's good for your soul. Like, but regardless, you gonna learn something from what they're telling you.
Remember these lessons we was talking about yesterday?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. So Miss Sherry from Flint, Michigan wants to know, I'm not perfect, but I have a hard time owning some things I hear from other people. How can I fix that, or at least try to not care?
That goes back to something we talked about yesterday. Basically owning your shit. You got to grow up and know what you're doing wrong.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's it. Like, you can't think you're perfect.
Nobody's perfect, but who?
God.
Look at God.
But I will
say it again.
Her posing this question, she already knows. She already raised the issue. She already knows she's struggling with that. So that's the first step. I mean, some people don't even acknowledge that they have a problem.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So for her just to say that, that's the first step.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So now
she's trying.
Yeah, exactly. She's trying. So now it's all about setting up a just a plan or something. Okay, I know that I have an issue with this. What can I do to get better with it? Just keep that in your subconscious. You know what I mean? Like, don't react the same way that you used to react.
She's taking baby steps though. It's gonna take time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're gonna mess up, but I mean, yeah, it takes time.
A step is a step, though. I mean, regardless, like people be expecting you to jump and leap, like, but like at the end of the day, like sometimes like it's gonna take a minute to like really jump up 2 or 3 stairs.
Exactly.
The older that you get, you get comfortable. You know what I mean? You don't want to change. You know what I mean?
You be like this. I'm gonna get it.
Right.
I'm gonna get it.
It's just
almost there.
Okay. So Mr. Bryant from Tampa, Florida wants to know, is it okay to have a daddy meltdown? I have my kids that live with me. I'm a single father, and it gets hard.
That's for you, Jody.
Come
on, Jody. Jody, get that mic. She jumped up like this. I'm ready.
So I get my daughter basically whenever I want to, but I can imagine how difficult it is for another man who has their kids 24/7. We aren't built to be around the kids 24/7.
Why not?
That's coming from a
tell,
mom's point
tell,
of view.
tell him, Jody.
Women, y'all already had them inside of y'all for 9 months. Y'all are used to them being around.
You know what?
We as men, okay, when they first come out, we gotta wake up, help, change diapers, feed them, burp them, all that. We got that. But when they start talking, running around, we're not used to it. We're used to interactions with adults, not kids. So it's a little bit more difficult for us to, have that child mindset to be able to interact with them on a daily and regular basis like that.
But we're not used to that either. We had to
have
learn.
meltdowns too. Mommy
We had to
meltdowns.
learn. Do you know we have postpartum after
Yes.
we give that birth?
It's true. But
And
you
then
gotta understand, like some kids since birth, the first person that they interact with is the mother.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
You know what I mean?
not
So
always
natural.
true.
It's
That's not
natural.
always true.
Yeah, because
That's
I was
true.
first
Not-
with
No, my baby daddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Rest his
okay,
soul. He
okay.
he was so interacted with my babies because they were premature, and I was trained. So when they came out, they didn't even put them on me. He did the what's that thing called? He did the cuddling with the breast, and he was in love like from day one. Like I was like, dang.
And I want to point out though, it could be a society type thing. Going back to like caveman days, we would go out and
Get the
hunt.
food, eat hungry.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the women are stuck with the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
So it could just be passed down where we are trained to think, hey, no, we're not supposed to be around them all the time. That's their mama job.
Mhm.
I think that I would definitely say that's okay. You know what I'm saying? To just have emotional moments.
Have his moment.
Yeah, because you really got to shake that off. But then, I feel like that's also something that's good to maybe not on a deep level, but to just express to the smaller beings that you had, to let them know that in life, you have those moments to where you need a breath of fresh air, or you need to recollect yourself.
Right.
Space, you want kids one day?
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I'm
plenty.
sorry.
No, you good.
You want kids one day?
Yeah, plenty of them.
Oh, plenty of them.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, you gotta find you one that's gonna do that.
Not to mention though,
What's plenty though? Hold on, Space. What's plenty?
More than 2 or 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I thought you was talking about a whole
6,
football
7,
team.
that'd be straight too. But
What?
My thing with having smaller beings though is that shoot, when that comes up, I want to have that time. You feel me? To be able to spend with them, so that way I'm able to really play a role in their lives. As they grow into adulthood. You feel me? Just I guess on some personal stuff. I really help raise my nieces and nephews. So I kind of got a sample of that to what it's what it is to be a father figure, in somebody's life.
Right.
But in order in ways that I had to keep up with their role. You feel me? Just for example, when I moved across the hall from my sister, my nephews had only seen me as just this cool ass uncle that looked out for them, took care of them, did whatever, but they never seen the work ethic part of stuff. So when I was across the hall, my nephew would always say something about me, coming over to play games or whatever the case is. But I ended up still calling them over so that way they could see me in a work environment. And just hey, listen, bust out your homework while I'm here, doing my thing or whatever the case is. Just to have this balance between fun and work, and you can do both, but you just gotta handle your responsibilities in order to have fun.
Yes. And it's kind of good that you are starting early. It's kind of good that you are starting early, because now when you're ready to settle down to have your children, you're gonna be proud daddy mode, because you done already set the platform. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean, you got the chance to do that. A lot of people don't get the chance to do
yeah,
that.
I had that chance too. But back to the question though, I feel because he's probably talking about himself.
Yeah.
But human beings adapt. We're not, like I said, men not designed for the constant daily interaction with kids, but he'll adapt to it.
You just gotta
take
let
it
be
known,
it's
it's probably fresh.
I need a minute,
It's all about
Right.
balance. I mean,
Gotta know
it's
down
fresh
how
for
to
us
be-
too.
Right.
We have to pick up the slack, so it's
Right.
all about balance.
Like my mama always said, mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Oh, Lord.
That's whole thing. And it's so true because, like how you said, we're used to it. We automatically got to know, okay, we have children, they was in us, we got to know what to do. But that's not always true.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. It comes with no manual, no
Exactly.
instructions, no nothing.
You have to pick up the pieces.
I mean, like, my first time, my son, that was my firstborn. And I
Yes.
drove him home in a
That's why we're
blizzard
best
in Colorado.
friends.
And you know, when they released me, I had nobody, no family there, no nothing.
Wow.
So it was just me and him.
Wow.
And, you know, he sat in the car seat the whole day.
Cried all the way home.
And my friend was like, she had to call me. She was like, Chrissy, feed the baby. I'm like, what baby?
What?
And she was like, girl, the baby. I was like, oh my God, I gotta go feed the baby. I'm like, he's not whining, he's not crying. Like, he would not, he was just in the car seat sleeping.
Right, but you see,
But I didn't
you
know
gotta
what to
feed
do.
them,
I thought if I moved
exactly.
him, it would be like,
Yes.
I couldn't handle it. And when I
Yes.
finally took him out of the car seat, that later on that evening, he cried. I was like, girl, I
Yes.
done touched him, now he cried. Now I'm crying. I'm like, what do I do?
Yes,
Like,
yes. Oh my God, it's so
I didn't
true.
know. Like, I was
It's
young,
so
I did
true.
not know.
And that's why we so expensive. My firstborn was a boy too, and I was sitting there like, but at the time I had a husband, so but he, like you said, that caveman thing, he was to go get that money. I was the stay-home wife, and I hated it. I was spoiled, but I just hated it because I was like, this nigga knocked me up, and I got to take care of this fucking baby. Like, I'm dead ass. I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I didn't have my mom. You see, and it always come back to my mom only was there for my brother, which is my niece, his child, and that was her first grandchild she ever saw before she died. God rest her soul. She never seen no other grandkids after that, and we have plenty. I have 4. My sister's got 7. The other one got 3. You know what I'm saying? So we had to learn. Like, we have a whole.
It's like, that's okay with me. Like,
we got a whole football team.
I mean, like, family is beautiful though. You feel
Right.
me? Like, sometimes, like, you know,
get
it
one
just,
set of family.
Right.
on the mob. So, like, the more the merrier. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
just gotta really, like, you know, work with that. Like,
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like, it was times where, like, shoot, I had all my nieces and nephews over and told my sisters, you know what I'm saying, y'all go out and do y'all thing. But it was just like, you know, kind of like, okay, you know, cool, like, just for the experience of this.
Are you still available? Are you taking offers? Like, I got 2.
Oh, that's about, yeah, you know,
Okay.
same
Set up
with me, you know what
appointment.
I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm always, you know,
Yes.
helping, taking God kids.
Take
I got
note.
you.
Okay, he gonna babysit?
Just drop them on.
Oh shoot,
Facts.
we
Bring us some
lit.
pizza, you know what
See,
I'm
but
saying?
my
Some ice
kid's
cream, some
big, so you don't gotta worry about changing no diapers. They
Oh,
potty
that's-
trained. You
that's
straight.
good.
Just don't have them
Definitely
jumping
good.
over the roof. You know, they're gonna be listening to your music. Come on, space.
On the mob.
Space.
I was about to
They
say,
will
we're gonna
rock
pull
that
up and they're gonna be
shit.
like, yo, we not trying to go home yet.
I'm like,
Like,
what?
what you saying?
I'm like, get your ass in the car. They be like, I'm with Uncle Space, Mom. I don't know what you're talking about, but deuces.
We kind of still hanging out. We done started painting. You know,
The paint all over their eyes and their lips.
Exactly.
My daughter gonna get into it. What is this? I'm never
So,
getting on.
Spotlight question. Does anyone have walls or guards up? And why would you or should you have them
Oh
up?
God, that's
Ooh.
a good
Of course, I
question.
got
A
walls
spotlight.
up.
A spotlight.
I got walls up for a reason, because once you get hurt the way, you know, you feel something, you feel someone, if someone hurts you a certain way, you're going to have walls up so you don't get hurt the same way again, you know? And that's not fair to the next person, but at the same time, it's
You're
like,
still
you're still mourning, but I wouldn't get into anything serious with somebody if I'm still got my walls up. I'm going to give them a fair shot, fair everything, when I'm ready to give them a fair everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But until then, I'm keeping my walls up, because I'm not going to let the same bull crap happen to me happen again. And I'm not going to set myself up for that. So.
Come on. Okay.
That's why you don't rush into relationships.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take it slow, because I've done that a lot, bro. And it took me a while.
That's the Taurus mentality.
Right.
We rush
We
into
love
everything.
too strong.
Right.
I love too
Right.
Too
strong.
strong.
Too
I'm about to
strong.
say, what you mean?
That's what we mess
I be
up.
like,
Right.
damn, I'm in love.
You're stubborn.
That's why I'm
We
taking
are
my
stubborn.
time with everything I'm doing right
You
now.
gotta try.
I'm taking that
because it's
time to
hard.
myself. And
Look, I'm like, I don't got all this time. I'm in
getting
love
a better
with
relationship.
you.
I'm getting a better relationship with myself, with my daughter, with God. Then relationship with somebody else comes.
Yes.
Right.
So,
And it's crazy because we really do love so hard. And then when we get heartbroken, we be like, yo, but I thought I did
Right.
everything.
Right.
Virgo's like that too.
Yeah, niggas.
But Taurus is it's like
We take
when
first.
we take it
I was
to
about to
heart.
say that shit.
because like
We take
when
it to heart.
we really give
We recite
all
like,
to somebody, we really go head on. So like
Oh,
if
yeah,
someone
we
crosses
ready to
us,
kill
that's when the
somebody.
horns come out.
look,
That's
we
when
be
the
in our head like
horns
this,
down.
like damn, we psychiatrists our own self.
Right.
Like this motherfucker got me.
And we so deep into it to the point where we'll blame ourselves.
Yeah, didn't I just say that in my
I've
head?
been down that road, bro.
Didn't I
I've been
say that
down
in my
road.
head?
And they could be doing you wrong full-heartedly. You know what I mean? The whole
Right,
time.
but you
We'll
just
take
like,
blame
you're
the
like,
whole
you know
way.
you're like, but I thought I really
you know, right.
fucked right.
Like it's my fault. It's my fault that they
To
did
the
me
left.
that. You know.
It don't wear all the way with it.
Curve though. With a
Nah,
hook.
rid of her.
But you're
I
right,
think my take
It
is
is.
different
It's
on
the
that
truth,
shit, though.
though. No, for real.
What's
I
up,
really feel like my
Faith?
take is
You
different,
got
'cause,
space
like,
and opportunity.
I don't know. My thing is like just like keeping like everything open. You feel me? Like I gotta be real at the end of the day. So like I'm very vocal about like how I feel like about you or like what's going on or whatever the case is. So like it's like for people that for women that want to come into my life, you really gotta like it's more so just like show me. You feel me? Like I just leave it as simply as that because at the end of the day like. From what I've experienced, it's like you can't make somebody stay and you can't make somebody act right. You know what I'm saying? It's like there. So like, shit, I be taking my first signs. Like whenever that shit come, like when that shit come from left field or whatever the case is, it's like okay, bet. Like if I can't fuck with that, I'm gonna let you know. Hey, listen, I can't fuck with that, but I gotta keep rolling. You feel me?
Yeah. So I have a question for everyone. What kind of walls are y'all talking about? Are y'all talking about? Because there's many kind of factors that could trigger your wall. Like, what is it for y'all that y'all just like, okay, I ain't messing with that. That's my wall. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So what's your wall?
Trigger.
Your trigger.
Your
Well,
wall.
yeah.
Well, you might not.
I
I ain't talking like that.
No, I understand. I don't have a wall. That's why I'm always getting hurt.
Right.
Okay.
Because I put my heart on my sleeve.
Right.
And you see I don't got no sleeves. You know what I'm saying? I be wearing my heart on my sleeve.
Right.
So I be ready to fight you because you just messed my whole heart up. Like, I'm like, I'm about to
I
beat
feel
your
like
ass.
for me, my wall or my trigger
It's hard, though.
is abandonment. Even though me and my mom have a great relationship now, younger, I didn't get that love that I was craving.
Right.
And every serious relationship I've been in, it's been a trigger.
It stems
Because
from that,
mom,
right?
You see, and you said the same thing yesterday about the father.
Right.
See?
So I fixed that relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here's my thing: I'm not gonna allow you to abandon me too. If I'm loving you wholeheartedly, you're going to be there with me.
Right.
You ain't going to the club 24/7
experienced
and
that.
then treating me like I'm a
Right.
So,
That's how that shit's supposed to be.
I need some more drinks.
On the bottle, I was gonna say the bottle is out there. Like if anything, like it'll bring the bottle in here.
Oh, what sound? It's not on, so you can sneak up right now.
I might have to text this man.
Is the sound on?
Is the sound?
The sound's not
Because the
on,
microphones
but
might still be high.
my
microphone's
down with the
on,
setting.
but the
We just
head
can't
My
listen.
microphone
ain't
on? I don't hear nothing. Are we good?
You
Are
so
we
you-
good with
so
the
you can
sound?
choose
How
to
you
roll
heard us?
The microphone.
So, but the microphones is not on it though.
It should be.
I don't hear
We
nothing.
don't
But
hear
my
nothing.
sister,
We
I don't hear
You're not hearing
anything.
anything?
No,
Nah,
but
we
my
don't.
god sister
Alright, cool, man.
said
Can you
that
bring
she
the
hear
juice?
us.
Appreciate it, bro.
I
You
got it.
hardcore. You don't need no juice.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean,
Space.
I'm trying to make sure
We
everybody
need
like
space and opportunity.
Okay, so with the walls being up at all, everybody have their walls up.
That's what
Would you say that you would change the way your dating process, or would you just realign yourself?
I wouldn't.
Come on, Chrissy. Come on with it.
Okay, so that's a great question because sometimes when your walls is up, you kind of question yourself. Okay, am I, you know what I mean? Like you try to take a step back, trying to analyze. Okay, am I doing this right, doing that right? But once you get that process all figured out, I don't think you should. I think you should walk differently because you don't want to experience the same thing you dealt with. But at the same time, don't change yourself to the point where you don't recognize who you are. I think you should, stay true to yourself. You know what I mean? Stay more true to yourself. Just.
That's true.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, like as far as like fluidity. I mean, that was my thing for saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like I don't have no walls, just because like as far as like my own like personal like experience within like relationships and dealing with people is that like when you start like doing stuff, when you start being less of yourself because of love, emotion, or like, you know, perception on stuff, like depending on who you with, like, man, sometimes they can really like step on those boundaries and like really dance on them lines. You feel what I'm saying? So you always gotta like, you know, be open to like expressing yourself.
Right, and I think for me, expression isn't the issue. It's like if someone, you know, you have your own triggers. If someone, you know, and sometimes somebody doesn't mean to trigger. You know what I mean? To step on that land, that landmine. You know what I mean?
You gotta
Sometimes
communicate.
people don't, but they and intentionally do it, and that might set your, you know, your trigger off, your wall up, and I think we should know how to handle that.
Why would you say
that's where
intentionally,
communication.
Some people don't think
unintentional.
Hang on.
Hold on. Let my man's hit it. My man's about to drop it.
Shout
So
it!
that's why I said yesterday I believe in everybody going to counseling.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the counselor's going to cut straight through the bullshit and tell you this is what your issue is.
Right.
So now that you know your issue, you go back and you tell your partner, hey, look, this is my issue. Please don't trigger that.
Right.
If they do trigger it, you know how to handle it because you know that's your issue. That means it's something you need to deal with.
Right.
You need to change your perspective of what they just did.
So wait, I got a question for you, because I always asked my fiance before he passed away. I always used to be like, we need to go to counseling. I want this to work. Do you go to counseling with the significant other,
You go
or
solo.
just yourself?
Solo
But
first,
then
and then you go together.
Yeah.
See, I ain't never did that. I wanted to go together.
No.
I wanted that person to understand.
That's the Taurus stuff. You can't rush into it.
Why we can't go together though? We are together as one.
We went together, but it was a
disaster.
It was a disaster.
Because you're going to end up talking over each other. The same argument you're
Right.
having.
But if the you're getting your therapy for yourself, you gonna go home. That man, your significant other don't have that therapy, so they're gonna be like, okay, you have therapy, it's okay.
But you're focusing on yourself, like, so pretty much you going therapy by yourself is learn more about yourself.
Okay, so how you should react to certain things.
Exactly. So that while you're doing that, and if your partner is doing the same thing, let's say your partner's going to therapy, also she's doing that separately, or he's doing that separately, then they're working on themselves too. So while you guys are, let's say you guys
but they're not.
But okay.
And it's just you.
It's a benefit to that.
But even still, it's the duality of the situation. You feel me? Because like I get what he like is saying from like, you know, you should make that first step. Because like in a relationship, like, you know, the power of things like fluctuates. You feel me? Like one day like the woman is in the seat of power, but then the next day like the man could be in the seat of power. You feel me? It's just like it's a give and take type of thing. But like in order to like really heal that relationship, it may take you, you know, going to the counselor by yourself first off, just to, you know, kick things off on a high note, and then that way, like, you know, y'all gonna come to the counselor together eventually, but then it's also got to be a point to where, like, you know, they feel comfortable enough to where they can go to this counselor by themselves without you in the mix, because at the end of the day, like, it's about the growth, you know what I'm saying, about like how y'all mesh, like, you know, growing together, you know.
That's why I say it's a benefit to going by yourself first.
On the mob.
Because you're releasing stuff before you come together.
Right.
That way it won't be no argument.
Exactly.
It's true.
You can be
and
more
it's
relaxed.
so true, but in my case scenario, it was too late.
Yeah.
So I went into counseling because I had to, because I was about to, you know, I lost my significant other. So when I'm arguing, and when I'm talking to my therapist, I'm like, you know, and I should have did this, and I should have that. And I'm like, oh, shit, why I ain't just go before, you know, he passed away? But, you know, you just never know.
Yeah,
you never know. You never know who's going to be here. You never know. So it's like, do things. That's why I live my life now. I live my life to the fullest. But I said fullest because you could be here today and gone tomorrow. You already know that. Rest in peace, Floyd. You already know that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when I was in therapy, I'm sitting there like, all right, I lost my mom, and it's been 15 years I lost my mom. But that pain came all back when I was in therapy. I'm like, I thought I was here mourning for my man.
Those emotions.
If you're not really dealing with stuff, like,
and I didn't even get a chance to mourn my mom because I had to get up and be a big girl, put my big girl panties on. And I don't wear no drugs, so had to put them on. and it's crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. That's word to me. It was crazy.
I feel like that's kind of important, though. Like, setting that time apart to really, like, you know, heal yourself instead of just, like, looking for motivation to get up and keep going. You feel me? Like, and I realize, like, my methods, are like, actually do the healing or whatever. But like, a lot of people like just look for a reason to get up without actually doing the healing that needs to take place, so that way they can like, be at a better place in life.
Right.
So
And I didn't do that.
for everyone, I guess it's part of my head. Do you think it's healthy to date someone who's still going through, issues? Could be like ex relationship.
Put your hand down, Jody.
Hey, listen,
Put your
we
hand
both
down,
about to
Jody.
his
Because everybody need love. Everybody need love.
Okay.
Put your hand down, Jody.
Love, but
Hang on.
and what's the time frame?
But
you
come on, why
talking
you have to
about?
go
Hang on.
there,
So-
man?
I had to.
I got
Going
it.
back to counseling.
Oh,
So my counselor
Lord.
told me, and she made a good analogy here. If two people have the flu, and one of them's getting better, the other one's still sick. That one that got better is going to end up getting sick again.
Wow.
So you can't deal with somebody that's going through their own process and they haven't healed, because they're going to end up damaging you in the process.
Again.
So you need to just let them take their time to themselves.
Right.
If it's worth
And you
waiting
can be
for,
there for
yeah,
them.
you can be there as a friend, but don't get in a relationship with them.
Exactly.
And just wait for that process, especially if you really want to be with them. You'll wait.
Wow.
On the mob, you'll be
Yeah,
still for a
that's
while.
Look.
Come on, Tim.
Come
Okay.
on, praise him.
You
You remember Bernie Mac? God. On
I
word.
feel what you're saying 100%. I definitely think that like within like the grand scheme of life, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody plays like, different roles in each other's lives. So like, you got to be aware of like, what you bring into the table, like, how you could be benefiting
You see,
somebody's
it's a
life, but
table.
also like, how somebody could be benefiting yours. You feel me? Because it may not be time for a fully committed relationship, on the terms that you want it to be on because of, where their emotional state is.
Right.
But, it's still something to, benefit from with that, whether it's like, just based on the connection or like, just that whole like building process of, waiting for that girl to just like, having conversations with her up late at night, or just like the hot days or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? But it's certain things that you be grateful for within that, and it's just like those minor details.
Okay. Chrissy, I would like to hear you.
Oh,
Yes, Chrissy, talk up.
I think it's I think the patience is virtue. Patience shows a lot about a person. If you're patient enough for that person, it means that you respect them enough to go through that process.
Right.
And if you're continuously in that communication-wise, such as you want to know, you're interested, you're showing that you're interested. So that shows a lot of respect for that person and what you have and could develop later on in the future.
And that'll probably speed up the progress too.
It would.
Just what she was saying,
Just like the
being,
patience
yeah.
and like everything.
But you know what?
I mean, that's 100%.
That's true.
You do like, I guess like that's my thing, like, you like, I guess that goes back to like what I was saying, where like I feel like I don't have any like walls or anything. It's just like once you cross a certain line, I'm gonna check you on it. If you stick to it, you stick to it, whatever the case is. But it's like that, it just gives you like detail, you know what I'm saying, of like, the perception of the connection, from their standpoint, and whether or not, it matches yours, and then, solution oriented, like, what could be done about that.
That's a good thing, because like I said, I don't know if that pertains to the male Taurus, but for a female Taurus, I like to, like, once I get knocked down, I jump back up.
Hey.
I be like this. I'm ready to go get it again, and then I fall back.
Wait, what you going to go get?
A new relationship.
Yeah, that's both sides.
Okay,
that's,
you see what I'm
that's why I'm
saying?
saying we rushing too soon.
Right, and then
We take that
and
time
don't
to
get me
process.
don't get me wrong. That's where I feel like I don't have the patience, but I have to learn that because I don't want to get hurt again. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm lonely.
I mean,
I guess I'm on the outside looking in with y'all because I have a different perspective on it.
Come on.
I mean, I understand what you guys are saying, and that is.
All right, Taurus. Now you
I mean,
betraying us.
Right.
Come on now.
Take them out the group.
I respect that mindset of going in if someone is struggling with prior issues and stuff like that. But I've been on the side of people just talking to you because they hurt now. They hurt, they're going through stuff like that, and you trying to have patience for them. but are they just using you as just
That
scapegoat.
That
scapegoat, just that trash can to just lean on, you know what I'm saying?
And just to get, you know what I mean, just to get their emotions off, and then when they feel good again,
they out.
Exactly, they're gone.
But
And
see,
you just invested all that, you know, you just took all that emotional, you know, everything they're dealing with, and then, you know, they left you drained out now, you know what I mean?
But see, like, that's what I was saying, like, about, like, the benefits and stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like, the times that I was in that, like, position of, like, you know, somebody just kind of here to lay up for a minute or whatever, it was just, like, I had to, like, after seeing it, to keep myself from, like, you know, shutting all the doors or whatever, or, like, you know, pushing that away altogether, I was like, you know what? I'm grateful, though, because of, like, you know, whatever I had going on in my life at that time, or, like, whatever it was, shoot, I had somebody to kick it with, so let me just get back to thugging it, and then just leave it at that.
Okay. That wraps that up. Okay. So, Dana from Colorado Springs, Colorado, wants to know, what was the weirdest date you went on? How did you handle it?
Oh my God.
Wow, let's start with Space. He's laughing.
Shoot. I done been places with people, like, to where, like, you know, I guess, like, I just show them, like, my side of the territory, and then it's just, like, they fold and crumble. Like,
where the hell are you living?
To be honest, like, it's just, like,
date is that?
no, like, I mean, just on anything, though, you feel me? Like, cause, like I said, like, I always been, like, really creative, you feel me? So, like, like, in Atlanta, like, I have a name for myself, and, like, you know, I've been moving with this for a long time. So it's just, like, when it comes to, like, you know, us popping out, like, going to the club or something, like, I've had, like, people trip on me about, like, you know, who's there or what's going on, or, like, the interactions, like, the whole nine, but that's the base of it, though. Just,
It's hard, huh?
Yeah.
They
It's
not
funny.
G enough, huh?
Yeah.
I guess mine wouldn't really per se be weird. I guess I had a date with a young lady, 24 to be exact. This is before my birthday, so I'm 29. 5-year difference. But her face, she looked like a teenager. And she came, I ain't gonna lie, she came suited and booted. From the neck down, she looked grown. And
I missed what? I'm confused.
It came in looking like this.
What? Came in looking like what?
Okay.
What
So,
I did?
body-wise, I was attracted, but face and her personality and her mentality was a turn-off. And I'm
Oh, no,
like,
you gotta have the full
That'd
package,
be the biggest
baby.
thing for me, bro, that mental,
Right.
bro. Like, if
And
you're not mentally, like,
You gotta have the
What?
full
No,
I
package,
could tell
baby.
that she wanted more from me.
yeah. She
But-
was there for, like, she was there for something.
She was there for all the smoke.
Yeah. That's all it was. That's all it was. She was
wanted
just there
all
for the
the
smoke.
back at all.
And the cigarette lighter wasn't even working that night. So
Yo, on the line.
Nah, you had to light
I'm
it
gonna fuck with you later.
They had a fluid.
Light it up. See, you gotta have the full package. And I'm glad. Sometimes you can't just look at just the image. Because that image,
Right.
you be having them chicken heads from around the way, and we ain't messing with those. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta have the whole package. And for you to know that you have the whole package, it's not wrong. You come out, you be like, damn, she look good. But then when you, like you said, once you sit down with that person and see she about her business, you be like, oh, goddamn, I'm about to marry her. I'm about to put a baby in her real quick. Like, men think like that.
On the
too.
mind.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
on the mind.
Women do too.
I know, but we already had our shit together.
But it's like double standard.
That's true.
If we can pick out like, damn, okay, I got a baby.
Well,
Damn,
I'll be like, look at his lips.
But
Damn, he's dumb as a fox. You fuck with him.
yes, so it's like
It be
that
it's
little
double
shit.
standard.
It's like,
So
Yeah. I think
But he
my
could
weirdest-
come after 4. Remember those 4 after 4?
what's for after all?
Yesterday.
Like a
She
4
don't-
for 4 from women?
No.
Longer than a bug.
No, they come after 4. Remember yesterday we was like, I need some fake. Remember yesterday?
Kids, yeah.
Yeah, she don't need no more. Give me this. Remember yesterday when we was like, they sneak in after dark? He could come
Oh.
after 4.
Now see,
The
look,
dark
now
the
see,
dark niggas?
Now see, with that process, after my divorce last year, you know how the normal term, the traditional term is when you've been devoted to someone and married to someone for so long, you have this whole phase after you've been whole phase.
Oh, we be twerking.
Nah, I didn't have.
I mean,
Tell us what
I
your
wouldn't
weirdest
even
date
say
is. The question was
My weirdest date.
You said that's what everybody.
What you mean? You say you have that whole phase?
The long-term
That's the
serious
tradition.
relationship.
That's what they say.
I mean, it's not. I don't like when you say like whole phase. You just trying to be. You know, you've been broken, so you ready to just
yeah, but
go
I
wild.
didn't have that normal whole phase, so it's kind of like different.
That shit
So you
when
was
it come
ready to
though.
jump
Like,
in.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like
A relationship.
No, I was
You wanna be
celibate.
free.
I was celibate for a
Yes,
year.
that's duh. You're gonna have that.
Yeah.
I understand.
I mean, it
I'm
was good
talking
timing
about,
though, because I got to learn myself. I got to learn,
Right.
like, you know,
Right.
I got to
But
see my
after
own
that
faults
year is
after a while.
up. You know.
Yeah.
You be
But my
like,
weirdest date was, I don't know.
I ain't have one of that.
I'll tell you
I
my
know
I
how
tell
to
you
wear
what,
it.
tell
though,
you my
it was
weirdest
weird
date.
because he
Probably
was
like-
from Africa. That was weird.
Why is that weird? African men are fine.
Wait.
No,
Some
the
of
jump
them.
box.
Some, yeah. Let me
Yeah, the
clarify
whole
that.
nine. Okay, yeah.
He was what?
African.
No. But why are you saying that? Because some African men nowadays, are we talking about the
No,
sexy
I get some
style?
are very affectionate, some are very caring, and some are
Tell us
very
a story. Why is the weirdest date?
Okay, all right. He
I think
went
that
ahead
was
to
the
choose.
question.
He
That was the
had
question.
My bad. He went
Oh,
ahead to
put
choose.
some in his drink.
Okay, he is. Ew.
He
What's
on
your
it.
drink?
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
it.
Put this man a
All
shot.
right,
Put this man a shot.
That's
That's right. What you need some juice on that? You good? Yeah, ain't none of that.
Put you on my breast.
Yo, put a little something. Put a little
God
something.
damn.
What you need to mix with that? Add some juice to that. Add some juice to that.
Like,
You good?
what is
You good?
Hey,
You good?
Look,
What's up?
I'm trying to hear some funny stories, y'all.
Let me mix it up for you, boo.
It's not that funny, but he was just too direct. And I
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
ready.
You was you.
Like, he wanted kids, jump
Yeah.
out duty, and I didn't.
That, but no,
I'm
that's
still
African.
healing. I didn't want that.
They're very particular. Oh, you with this.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
wanna
still
fuck you this
healing.
way.
No.
That's just how it is.
But you know
Number
what?
3.
That's funny though, because like thinking about like the culture here, as well as like outside like of like the U.S. and whatnot, like that shit is way different. Like I done talked to like like women from like different countries and stuff, and it's just like their perception on like their significant other and like who they dealing with. Like we deal with people like way different over
Than they
here, you
do.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They definitely like
different
it's
cultures,
more
different way of life.
on the mob. Like
Yes.
sometimes like it's really based about like that physical appearance
Right.
or just like that attraction that could be coming from like whatever the case is, because like shoot, it may not even be meant to go that far. It could just be meant for like a friendship, or it could just be meant for like oh, okay, that's a bet, we had a good conversation, now I gotta be out. But like outside the country, bro, like it's different. That shit's different.
Yeah, it is. I agree. It's weird to say.
My weirdest date?
Yeah. How did you handle it?
When I first moved to Savannah, I was fresh out of a relationship. Meeting people, online. I feel like
They
this.
about to get up and leave.
Like,
That
it
online
wasn't
is
even
for the
about
birds.
dudes. It wasn't even about
I
dudes.
hate it.
It was
That should be
tender.
weird to me.
It was
Tender.
tender. It was tender.
I mean, he met somebody recently in person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is when I first moved. Wait, what? No, this is when I first moved down.
I just
This is when I first moved down.
Let my man finish.
Yeah.
We gotta hear this.
So she was like, tender. I was like, okay, I'm new to the area, so I need to meet new people and stuff like that. I ain't gonna put her out. I ain't gonna say her name, but she was a counselor. She had a good career, all that. She probably looked good. I was like, okay. And she stayed about like a mile from where I'm staying at. So I was like, okay, she don't stay too far. I was like, okay, and we we vibe, everything. She was like, okay, you want to go on a date, stuff like that. I was like, okay, cool. So, I'm thinking like I'm going on a date, so I'm getting dressed up, got the flowers, first date now, first date. But
He's
Hey, I be
supposed
doing
to.
that shit.
yeah, but look, so
that's a whole
she
different
get, like I went to her address and stuff like that, knocked on the door, run the door.
He gave flowers.
She opened the door and stuff, and she's like, what you doing with flowers? I was like,
Oh, no,
she
the
plays you
door.
on it.
The door.
She plays you on it.
She didn't want the flowers. She's like, why you all dressed up for? I'm like, damn, like okay, like shit, I'm gonna be dressed up.
Chicken
Like,
wings
you
and
with a
fries?
flower, that's 2 strikes right there. I'm like, okay,
And
shit.
3
This,
girls.
I was like, yo, I'm thinking about just walking out the door.
You
Cause I'm
should.
like, okay,
You
you know
should
what I
have.
mean?
She didn't deserve it.
And
You
was
could
like-
have gave it to me.
But
me.
look, she just wanted the D.
Wow.
Like she
Ooh.
just like, okay, you know, she didn't want any of that extra attention. So
No,
like,
it's
was
not
kinda-
that.
but
It's
she-
not
but-
right.
but-
No,
but-
she
but-
still got the flowers and the
I
D.
got a question, though.
Are too
Exactly.
full.
They messed it up for us.
Exactly.
No,
So
no,
I was like, you know what? I was like, you know, I gave it to her, but after that, I was just like, you know what? I ain't talking
Gave
to.
her your D?
No, okay, wait. Let me ask you. Wait. Was she fine? Like she? Okay, that's
That's
cool.
what I'm saying. Like, okay, as a man, if a female, you attracted to her, she's not ugly. You know what I mean?
I
If
would
she,
smother her out.
would you sleep with her?
Dog.
Would you sleep with her?
Hey,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
go ahead.
Would you
Go ahead.
have if
Keep
she
it a
did not
buck.
take your
Be
flowers,
honest.
Jody?
He just said she was
Come
Come on,
diabetes.
Jody. Come on, Jody.
I want to call her a dime. I'll call her
Like a
she's
nine,
ugly.
like
I
an
said
8
about
or
like
9.
Let Jody talk.
Okay,
She an 8?
She
an
an
eight.
8.
About an eight.
She an 8. Go ahead, drop it like a.
It would
What's
have been
an 8?
more than just one time, bro.
Say what?
It would have been more than just one time. She would have been just the chick that I'm just smashing.
You
Right.
lay up with.
And you
yeah,
know what?
just that.
I was
No.
thinking that, but I was like, you know what? I felt some type of way, like
When she
I'm not
did
trying
that.
to waste my time. You know what I mean? I have chicks like that. I'm gonna put it like this.
Right.
I have chicks like that. That you know, me being a single man, I've had chicks like that where it's just like, okay, that's a smash piece. You know what I mean? Like you just put them in that. You know what I mean? But she was. I saw her in a way that she wasn't in that category. So
Okay.
like,
Wow.
so
You,
know what I mean?
no. You changed her word when she already showed you what her
Exactly.
true
Her
or
two
true.
colors.
But at
So-
the same time, I didn't want to keep putting her in that work. You know what I mean? It was like a one-time thing. Okay.
That's 100%. And then you were saying.
And I
you was
moved
done.
on.
So
You know
like,
what I mean?
were you uncomfortable, like by her straightforwardness? Like, did you rock with that, or
Yeah,
were you
I was uncomfortable because it was like, damn, like.
Because you
But
said
don't you
your
want her to be
reception was
straightforward?
different.
You say you wanted. Y'all say, oh, be real with us.
Yeah.
So why? What was
True.
wrong?
What
Was she
wrong?
too real because she didn't want to take her flowers? I would have took it,
And she might have been crusty.
and
She
I
was
would have
crusty
been
for
like,
that, but
oh my god.
she was a little
I'm about to
crusty
give
for
her
that. Like, she could have, like,
Yeah,
had some
but
type of
I
respect about
just
it.
think that, you know, me being, I was 29 at the time, you know what I mean? I'm trying to find something that, you know what I mean? I got girls for that, but I'm trying to
Trying
find
to
me
plant your
something
roots.
better. So it's like,
Okay, gotcha.
so it's like I'm not trying to waste my time. Okay, yeah, I could have added you to that list and stuff like that, but you know what I mean?
Not this one.
Hey,
Cole.
she got the
Not this
balloon.
one.
but straight talk though, like if the sex was good, I would have kept her in that category. But the sex was
It was
Ah, she was doing all that rah-rah shit.
Yeah.
She was
Alright,
whack. All that
Next
rah-rah shit.
time.
She was
Right. Next
I respect
time,
that. I respect that. So, you know.
bring the flowers to me and Chrissy, and don't act crazy. All right?
That
They
shit
ruined
funny
it for
as
us.
They be ruining
Yes.
That shit funny as fuck. But like, I think like I done been in like situations like that where like I done like, you know, went like top tier for somebody, but then like I don't know, like I didn't really take it like too much to heart because I still did my thing. Like anytime like I'm stepping out with somebody or some shit like that, like I still like, you know, get dressed up to the T and then like come with a gift or something. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, like it's some different shit.
Right, but that's the thing. I think that's the thing I struggle with as a man, like because like. You know, a lot of females don't have a perception of a man like, okay, he just want to fuck or he just want to do this, he just want to do that. But it's like for real, straight up.
So
right?
she thought you
listen,
was
check
straight
this
up
out.
because of the
Hey,
gift?
Go ahead, finish.
But it's like, God, I'm not on my type of time. Like, but she is. But like if a female's on type of time, that's cool. But it's like I'm not on my at that time I was on my
You're
type
not
of
on
time.
that type. Okay, so
At
check
that
this out.
time, you know
Right,
what I mean?
that wasn't what your like mentality was.
Right.
So I got you. So like my thing with that is like, okay, babe, like you work with them variables that you come across or whatever,
Right.
but at the end of the day, like you got to be grounded in something.
Sure.
You feel me?
Sure.
So like how I was saying that, like, you know, my grounding is that, like, you know, no matter what's going on or no matter who it's with, like,
Right.
I'm gonna still do my thing. Like, I'm gonna still show you off. I'm gonna
Right.
bless your game or whatever the case is. But then, like, you know, the whole interaction from that point is whether or not I'm gonna keep you in my pocket,
Right. And that's
or
not
if you're going in
happening.
my wallet,
Right,
or whether or
right,
not I'm gonna throw
right.
you in the trash.
Facts. And I
Oh,
just
so
think
y'all
it
got
wasn't
those
worth-
type of things? Because we do too.
Mhm.
Don't
Yeah,
get
we
too
we
cute.
know.
Yeah, like,
we
what?
know.
Yeah.
Say
Like,
like, oh, if I'm
got-
gonna keep you in your pocket, if I'm gonna throw you in the trash, or if I'm gonna put you in the back. We got that too, because they try to play like we ain't had that, but we had that.
Nah, like
that's everybody.
Hell yeah, like that's life shit. Like
Like,
that.
we got that.
It's real nigga
always.
shit. Like shit. Like you got your life. Like you know what I'm saying. You do your thing or whatever.
Right.
Like everybody got that. But then like at the end of the day, like
I said, I'm
when
not
you
looking
meet somebody,
right.
like you just it's where you go to or
Right.
like
And
what
that's the
pocket
thing.
you sit in.
Right.
Like where you going after
What's
that.
the
You know
matter,
what I'm
Chris?
saying?
And I think
You
that's-
sound like you look like
Are we
I
running
need
out of
that
time?
pocket. Shit.
I'm
like
a
I
kiss the
said,
pocket.
For me, as a man, I struggle with that. I would like Joe,
I'm a
your
pocket girl.
input on that. Like, how do you, as a man, especially when you like someone, how do you distinguish? Okay, you know, I just want, you know what I mean? Like, how do you
The
step
booty?
how do you
Nah,
step back?
that ain't even
Because
so.
this
It's
been on
more than that.
dates
It's
where
more
I've
than
been on. And I told Chrissy about that. This dates. I went to Chrissy on some of these dates. Like after I went on a date with these females.
Yeah.
Like, and I put my best foot forward, but they're not looking for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But see,
and they already like.
That's all.
Probably they think you're doing too much. But see, this is the
Wait.
thing.
I wanna
You
hear-
Tauruses always put their best foot forward.
Yeah.
So if you're telling me, okay, we about to go on a date, I'm going to put my best foot forward. I want you to see my best potential. So you could go home later on and be like, yeah, I don't know what, am I going to keep that person? Am I going to marry her?
Not all women think like that though. That's
Exactly.
the thing. Like, yo,
And I
you
get
a
that.
different caliber of woman. Like the
I know.
average woman, like the average woman in today is like they so hell bent on trying to make sure that they good at the end of the day, or they get what they want out of the
Exactly.
situation.
Because they don't want to get
that
screwed
they
over. You
lose.
know what I mean? They
On
want
the
to
mop.
always have
It's
control
not even
over
about
the
getting
situation.
screwed over.
But listen, no, it's not even like control is a part of it. But
Right.
at the end of the day, like it's just a lack. Like you so focused on being selfish
Yes.
that
Mhm.
you're overshadowing like a possibility of
Right.
like
That
growth
might be
or
your
connection.
husband.
On the mop. So it's like
Give
you
it to
not-
me, Chrissy.
And I would like to hear Joe's perspective on it though. 'cause-
Come on,
But
Joe.
go ahead, go
It's
ahead.
Joe.
Yeah, I got
So
something.
you trying to?
The distinguishment. He asked about
Yeah,
the distinguishment.
Come on,
Hit him with the
Jody.
facts,
Big
and then
up
I'm gonna
Jody
go.
from Baby Boy.
So
This
with
Jody
the
from Baby Boy, y'all.
This is not Baby Boy.
Yo.
Baby Boy didn't have a clue. We got clues
No, but
here.
all right, we got
first off,
clues,
if
but
I'm gonna
this is
be
Jody.
anybody from Baby Boy, it's Melvin. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You don't pay no bills in there.
Choke it out.
Yes.
But the distinguishment comes from your interactions with them.
Right.
You can't just go in with a preconceived notion. Just she got this type of job. She look like this. She got this and that. As far as like a car, house, whatever. You can't just go in with this preconceived notion of, oh yeah, that's wifey material. Because you might go, she might be a 9 in every category, but her personality and mentality might be
It's
a 2.
a 3.
Like that shit might be.
But that's
So,
something you
like,
probably work on, remember?
No.
Because you gotta
No.
understand.
That
Because
is
look,
Somebody's
Patience.
mentality.
Yeah.
Because look, I would
Why
say
you can't work on that?
just to counter that though, because I've been and Chrissy know this. Like it was a great date. Like this is not the same female I was talking
Great
about.
date.
It was
Oh.
it was a good date. Like and the conversation was good and everything like that. But at the end of the day, she was like, oh well, I just want you to be more like
Aggressive.
like aggressive in a way like yo, I just want you to be like more sexual and stuff like that. And like for me, like first dates for me, it's like I'm not looking to just fuck you on the first date. You feel me?
I
used to. You feel me? But like I'm grown now. Like
Look
I'm
at
grown.
my- look at
But
my
so
left finger.
so how do you so
Look at my left finger.
I'm looking at your left
It's
finger.
17.
Yo.
Next question.
Let my man finish. Let my man finish. Let my man finish.
Because he don't want to fuck the first thing.
Yeah, so Joe, like
That
how
shit-
do you distinguish that? Because they could be playing the possum. Okay, you know what I mean? I'm just enjoying the date because you're paying for it. You feel me? You're paying for it.
But
So I
you
might as well
know,
just have a date. You
That
know what I
comes
mean?
with
No problem.
time. And once somebody show you their true colors, you gotta move accordingly.
On the mop. Don't ask for no second.
Right.
Don't ask them to double tap on that shit.
Don't
Take that shit as face
If
and
And be
move
like,
with that.
next.
If it's purple,
Exactly.
don't say
Swipe
it's
left.
Right.
blue. Like,
On the mop.
you
You
see
leave that
it,
shit at that.
you see it, and you act accordingly.
Yeah, because you can't
That's
be
like-
taking. That's what I'm gonna do these dating sites, y'all.
That's my big thing.
See, you gotta learn
You
to
know what I'm saying? Like
differentiate
you
what's
gonna
real.
But I
see like you
can't.
gonna know
But you
from
still
what they
gonna
show
do-
you
you
how to
still gonna
move
deal
with
with
that
some
shit. You
shit.
feel
Right.
me? You just can't go.
You gotta take a
You can't.
chance.
Just live
You
in
can't
the
go
fast
against the
world.
grain.
Mhm.
I
Like
do take
just
pictures
like
of
on some
the
street
kids.
shit,
It's
you
Right.
can't turn a hoe into a
dating.
housewife, bro.
That's
Like so, like
Yeah,
when
you can't-
when
you
you
can't
get that
do it.
shit, when you get that shit off rip,
Online,
unless they show you,
Well, I
you
need
know,
to go
they
on
like
y'all
got some
site.
willpower
So I
behind
need
that
me a
shit,
Joey.
or they're really trying to fuck with you on a certain level
Right.
because you done changed their mind about that shit. Fuck that shit, bro. Let
Right.
them stay in your left pocket, and then you keep that shit rolling and focus on the right.
And as a man, because females like to say, okay, man, he's a player if he does that. You know what I mean?
Fuck that.
That's, you know what I mean? He's a player if he has, you know what I mean? But if you're not in a relationship and these females is playing games, why
We're
can't
doing the
they-
same thing.
Wait.
It's not
Go
games.
ahead,
We're
go
doing
ahead,
the
go ahead,
same
go ahead.
thing.
Finish.
But we're not playing games. We're doing the same thing
It's
you're
not
doing.
games.
It's a
Remember
test.
how I told you in
It's
the
a test,
beginning?
bro.
You was like, Chris, have you started dating yet? I was like, yeah, I'm dating. You was like, okay, so who are you dating? I was like, oh, I got da. And you was like, whoa.
Most women are not like that though.
But-
Most women are not.
But why we
up for
gotta
it
be
like
a hoe
that.
though when
No.
you say stuff like that?
And you
though?
don't have to
I didn't-
give
I didn't-
yourself
I
to
No, I'm
everybody.
saying
That's-
some
and
people
that's
think
old,
like
that's
that.
an old
That's-
school mentality.
Hell yeah, that's perception wise.
Yeah,
Like
but
perception
you
wise.
don't have to give yourself to everybody you date.
we-
Exactly.
And that's how I
Dating is
explained it to him. He was
just
like,
don't know it's
I had so
different.
many
Women,
people
hell
to
yeah,
ask
women is
me,
different.
how are you maintaining
heard
celibacy
you and then you
while
came out.
dating multiple people?
What's wrong with
It's
that?
easy because if you show me that you have patience for me to wait,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
First
That's
of
a
all,
big factor.
It-
Hang on,
That's
hang
a
on.
large
big
enough factor
me
for you.
because
On the
I
mind.
adore
Order in the
patience.
court.
On the mind, so
First
you
of all,
like
how you
yeah.
said, because I've been on them
is
dates.
this worth it?
Got a
Like,
counter question though.
Go ahead,
that?
because I'm about to tell y'all how this is, how you could be like that.
Who just goes to the car lot and picks out the first car they see and drives off with it?
Nobody.
You gotta tell them.
Right.
you gotta test drive that
And that's
shit.
where it comes to when you said that person said, how you gonna go on several dates? Yes, I can
And
go
be
on several
celibate,
dates,
yes.
but you ain't
You
getting my
can't try that
cookie.
Exactly. 'Cause
But if I'm feeling you, then
The
I'm gonna
vibe
give you
is
the
a whole
key to the
different
back
story,
door.
But my
can
thing
try
is
that.
patience. That's like at the top of my menu. Like, so if I
That's
see
what's
you
up.
have patience for me, like that's real big to me. 'Cause
Yes.
men don't have patience. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
older you get, the more tolerance your patience.
I
gets.
can't. It's a big turnoff when a man you go on the first date and the man be like, "Damn, I'm not looking
Thank
for a
you.
relationship, but I will smash." Nah, back up, because let me know if I want to smash you. How about that?
Thank you.
How about that?
That's true. Yeah. And
Yeah,
y'all don't
man.
have to pay for everything. Why the hell y'all think I gotta pay for every damn date?
Well, hold on.
That's
now.
a wait. That
You
depends.
You don't
that
have
depends,
to
though.
pay for anything because I
Because,
pay
like,
for myself, but
That
But
depends. That depends.
if they want to pay for it, it's
I
fine.
feel like this. I got.
I'm gonna tell you
That
like
shit
this. So,
depends.
my past 2 serious relationships, including the 10-year one, I paid for everything, bills, everything. It was
This a
That's
man.
real nigga shit.
wait,
Like, you make sure she's
Wait.
taken care of.
But here's the thing, though.
Okay.
She
What I'm
didn't
looking-
appreciate it.
That's one part. But
She be
what
I'm
I'm
leaving.
looking
She be
for-
fucking shit up.
what I'm looking for in the
This shit.
future is a real partner.
Yeah.
Like, I
On
want
the
somebody. You ain't got.
50-50 or
It
half?
ain't even gotta be 50-50.
Okay, so
If you
like
ask-
75?
The
Oh my God,
percentage,
keep
If
that
you,
going.
if you
the
actually,
percentage don't really.
yeah, it
it's
don't
like,
matter about
okay,
the
look,
percentage. It's
if
like
I
as long
got
as
it, I
you
got it. If
you got
it,
my
you
back.
got it. You know
At
what
the
I
end of the
mean?
Right.
day, you feel what I'm
That's
saying?
true,
So
too.
like,
Right.
Like,
Because
if you don't
this
have
month,
it,
Right.
but
I might be
I don't want to
100%.
hear no man
Right.
But
saying,
then
I
the
don't
next
have it too
month,
much.
If
though.
I'm on
That's
25,
impossible.
can you pick
Right.
that shit up?
Right.
If I'm on 50, can you pick that shit
Because-
up? 75, 80, whatever.
in life,
Can you pick that shit
in
up?
life, you're gonna stumble.
Right.
Right.
You gotta
Right.
have that comfort level of knowing
Right.
if I stumble this month, she got me. If I stumble for a whole year, she got me.
This
Right.
is
If
On the
I'm
mind.
broke as hell for
Hey,
like
she-
3 years, she still got me.
On the mind.
No, I
But
don't
see,
know
like,
about
it's
3
funny
years
though,
I'm just,
now.
because
I'm
like,
just saying though.
Girl, I
Like,
went
it's just
5
simple.
years.
but for
Three
that
years
example,
now,
that was the
come on.
shit.
Right.
Because like that perception of like how the average woman may see like a man and her being taken care of is different. Like it's supposed to be 100%, like, you know, all the time, and then as soon as you have 95% and then that 5% of lack, it's an issue. You feel me? But my thing with that is that like when that 5% come in and I'm still putting 95 in, you got a problem with that?
Right.
Oh,
So
for example, a dub. Oh shit, no, I'm straight. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't had to worry about nothing for the last like what 4 or 5 years, but then like out of nowhere, like
right,
I'm straight.
I've dealt with that too. It's like when you got it and everything is good, some females feel, you know what I mean? Okay, he's taking care of me, blah blah. But then when you fall on hard times and they got to step up to the plate, it's an issue. But you've done all that stuff for years.
On the mob,
you know
on
what
the
I
mob.
mean? For years.
and see like,
But then it's like you take a little
I'm
lapse,
not
and it's an issue.
and it's an issue, and then they hold that against you. Oh, why I gotta do this? But why I
No,
gotta do
but
this?
like,
Like,
what's your
I
last?
see like my thing is like, bro,
last could be a month. Like you could transition
Oh, a
from
month
a
is
job. You know what I
okay.
mean?
A
You
month is
transition from
okay.
a job.
A
like,
month is okay.
bro, my thing is that like when you have moments like that, that's a sign enough for me that you don't really love me as hard as you say
Exactly.
you do. You
the
feel me?
real
Because
love
like,
is gonna be
if your
there.
love is really unconditional for
Right.
me
Come on.
specifically,
Right.
that shit don't matter. If
Come
I'm
on,
lacking,
Faith.
if I'm lacking 90, 95,
Right.
or if I'm
Right.
lacking to where like you gotta
Right.
take care of
It-
90
it-
or
it
95
doesn't
and
even
it's
have to
switch.
be monetary things. I can take care of other things. You know what I mean? Step up to the plate in other ways. You know what I mean? So it's like, right. So
Okay, so but that's where the maturity comes. You saying if you're lacking 95 and you want me to do just 5%, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it turns
Everybody
around
don't have the
and I gotta
maturity,
do
though.
95, I got you because we learned that.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
Right.
You,
that's
we
facts.
weren't
Right.
always
That's
there.
facts. It's that
Right.
maturity
You
level
had
of like, you know, their
100%.
perception. You feel me? Of like, shit, that balance of everything. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I done had you like, bro, like I done been with women to where like, bro, like I done had them for years, but then as soon as that, damn, I need you to take that
Right.
5% in.
Right.
There you go.
That
Right.
even the smallest inch,
Right.
it's a problem.
It's a problem.
And I had to learn that myself, like to be like, okay, bet, do your thing. I'm not
Right.
like as much as I feel for you, as
Right.
much as I fuck with you,
Right.
I need you to go and do your thing because for the longevity of shit, if I'm liking, if then, because you know, as far as like future planning and shit, niggas, well, hey, I ain't never lacking. You know what I'm saying? Like you plan for that up and up. You plan to goddamn be straight on everything. But when that just in case hit, if she don't take care of that, then like in my mental space, it's a dub.
I don't know, but it's hot.
I gotta use the bathroom real quick.
Oh, come on.
Okay,
Where you
so
just gonna
wait,
put damn.
Yeah,
We got 30 minutes?
Okay, go
Okay,
All right,
we
so
can do that.
3 more questions
It's
and we show
hot.
y'all
Can I get
our
a
work.
fan?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
My bad.
Wait, space about to go.
You
To
gotta use
go.
that.
Come on, I need the host to get up because the host is looking real fly today. The host looking
I don't
sexy.
mind. I'm not
Look
gonna
at host. Host showing
Now,
skin.
let's say this towards the end.
But the host is showing skin.
Got
I
tease
need
them
a
a little
nipple.
bit.
We on live.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I got my grandma.
Okay, I'll save that question for when Space gets back because I want to know his opinion about the younger
Right.
generation with dating.
Okay.
But Denise
Well, he was doing it.
from Atlanta, Georgia, wants to know, how do you deal with toxic parents when dating new people?
So, my serious relationship before my last, I dealt with toxic parents.
Jesus,
Literally,
them parents.
her mom was basically in the relationship with us.
Wow.
And now looking back at it, and future-wise, that's a red flag for me. So I don't deal with it. Like if your parents are involved in our relationship, you can't be an adult and handle this with me. We ain't got nothing to talk about.
No, I think they meant toxic co-parents.
Oh, okay. So like, if you dating somebody with kids.
Yeah. So
Okay,
if
okay.
Yeah.
lost the
If you're
question.
dating somebody with a kid and your baby dad is toxic, how do you deal with dating new people with toxic
I can't-
co-parents?
So
Look.
here's the thing about that, and I feel like everybody should take this to heart. Basically, when you have a kid with somebody, you deal with them, not the person you're dating at that moment.
Awesome.
That saves so much drama and headaches.
And that's true because, like, my baby daddy, I used to always be like, see, that's where it comes with the tourists want to always be in something. Like, my baby daddy used to be like, I got this. This is my baby mother. I got this. I got you. You don't have to worry about her. But I'm so loving. That's the type of person I am. I used to be like, I want to help. Like, what do you want me to do?
Now,
Like,
that's the way I was.
I
But
want to
it
be
came off
there.
pushy
You know what I'm
for
saying?
him. It came off
Right.
as, oh,
Right.
you want to be involved.
Like,
And-
yeah, and he got upset too. He used to,
Yeah.
in the beginning of our relationship, because he thought I was playing, but he saw like, oh, she really want to be there. Like,
but
you
if
know
I'm
what I'm saying?
watching you help me take care of my children and your kid with me, and I'm seeing the hurt in you
That
missing
hurts.
your own kid,
Right.
I want to, like, what can I do?
Right.
Like,
Right.
That hurt.
Right.
That's why
Right.
I was so initiative about it. That's why I was being pushy about it. Like, what
I've
can
been
we do?
there,
You
girl.
can't
I've been
do
there.
that, though. That's the
Exactly.
problem.
Yeah.
You
Why
have
we
to-
can't do that though? If you're invested
I'm
and in
hurt,
love with that
though.
person, and let me tell you, I really was like, I felt like he was pushing me away. I was like, yo, I got you.
Like,
Like,
I'm
I'm
your
here
wife.
for you.
You changed my
I'm
name.
gonna tell you.
I'm involved.
I'm gonna tell you
I wasn't
why.
wife yet, but I was there.
I'm gonna tell you why he was pushing you away.
Why?
Because from a man's point of view, you're causing more drama because we have to deal with this woman on the other end.
She crazy. That's not my fault.
True, but
you found somebody new.
You interjecting to assist the situation, it only makes it worse because that woman then becomes territorial. She's like, "Oh, this is my child. You have nothing to do with this."
That's true.
So you're making it way worse. That's why I say, with the toxic co-parent, let them deal with it.
That's true. Exactly. Because I learned, and you're right, because I learned that.
I learned it
and now we best of friends. I mean, it had to take for him to be, you know, 6 feet under, got arrested. So, but we're not best of friends, but we're real cool.
Girl, we're best of friends. She about to publish her book.
We're
hey,
real
boo-boo, hey, baby mama.
Hey, Shonda.
Hey, she tuned in last night with me. Hey, baby mama.
Well, mine ain't tuned in because I ain't tell her to, but you know. We cool. You know, we ain't best of friends, but we cool. You know?
Okay, now that space is back, I want to know. This is a spotlight question. How is the younger generation of dating, older generation of dating? And when I say older, I mean 30 and up versus
so now we're
20.
old.
No, we have a different perspective on dating. Like
I'm old, but you know he is. How old are you, Space?
Yo, I'm 25, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
That's not young.
Like,
that's not old.
Scene, like with 20-year-olds per se, I'm probably the wrong person to ask.
Exactly, because he
my
says that
dating
mentality.
range, like, I go up.
I know. Because I'm about to say,
wait,
I will mess with you.
Let him elaborate on that. Like, why do
I'm a
you
cougar.
date? Why do you see yourself dating older instead of younger? What?
Because, like,
I'm a cougar.
Because of like my maturity level. Like, bro, like I'm very straightforward. You feel what I'm saying? And like a lot of younger women can't take that straightforwardness or like that real nigga shit. Like they can't take that shit. You feel me? So like in the heat of the moment, like I said earlier, like when we was talking about it, like yo, crazy dates on some shit, like on some crazy day shit, like I might show out, take shorty to like Papa Do's, Cheesecake Factory, some random shit like that. You feel me? But then like she might still be in the car, and I get a call from the trenches, and then I gotta go to the east side. But then it's like a whole different side of the spectrum. But it's how you handle that shit when you in that environment. You feel me? Or even like on the spectrum of like in a relationship. Like to be honest, like during that phase of like me like putting on my own shows, like my work schedule was crazy, and work including like a government job, 9 to 5 shit, as well as like you know creative work. Like you're gonna have to accept the fact that like I got shit to do right now, but I'm gonna spend time with you when I have the time to really bask in your presence. You feel me? And like a lot of young women don't have that maturity level to be like, hey, listen.
More time with you? It's like everything in a relationship has to be. I gotta spend time with Space. I gotta spend time with Space. You know what I mean?
It's that, but then like also like attention and shit wise. You feel me? Like I don't mind like if I'm with you, I'm going to pour into you every chance that I get. You feel what I'm saying?
You're going to give me my all.
Like,
you're going to give me your all.
On the mob. Like, I'm not going to hold back from you.
Like a relationship.
Not half a space.
On the mob, right? But see, like, you also got to take into fact that, like...
I want the whole space.
But you got to take into the fact that, like, yo, like, shit, like, I got goals. I got people riding on me. I got aspirations. I got a whole lot of shit going on. Right. So it's like, shit, like, if you really love me as claim as you hard, like, as hard as you claim to love me, then, like, you're going to have some patience. Or you're going to see that shit when I show you. And if you don't have that, then it's just like, fuck it. It's a dub. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep that shit moving. I got to keep rolling. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, my mental, like, I'm more so, like, focused on the bigger picture. You feel what I'm saying?
So you're saying a lot of younger, as we've all been there, younger age, our focus isn't, it's more, we're not focusing on the long-term things, you know.
Not at all.
On the time that you're spending together, as in now.
Yeah,
you're like not really thinking long-term. Okay, this is where we're gonna be in 5 years, 10 years. You're just thinking about, okay, I'm with this person right now. You know
on the mob, and like, I mean, I feel like that's just a people thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like younger, like when you younger or whatever, like the average being, like their perception on relationships and shit is just like, how much time am I really spending with you? You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily the energy that I'm pouring into you, or you know what I'm saying, like what I got going on, like the whole night.
One more question, and let's get to the artwork spotlight.
Yes, come on, Jody. Jody, see how he demands? Jody, don't do that.
brought these napkins in.
Well, actually, I got one question though.
Okay.
So, as artists, whether it's artwork, music, clothing, jewelry, both of y'all are black.
Mm.
How do y'all feel that your artwork not only represents the black community but helps the black community?
Oh.
Mm.
Take this question first.
Damn, that was
I'll
good.
take it first. So check this out. When I paint, like specifically what I paint, I always paint melanated beings in a royal aspect or in a higher aspect or in a positive manner, whether it be like down to color, down to tones, down to like feeling, down to those minor details of what they have on. Like
Let's get up, Chrissy, right now, because we need to get painted. We should pencils.
Yo.
Wait, hold on. We need to get painted. Hold on.
But that's my thing, yo. Like painting, you know what I'm saying, them in a higher aspect or as royalty, because at the end of the day, like the respect level, like the connection, like it's a whole lot of details that I could go to, you know what I'm saying, about like melanated beings on Earth that like a lot of people are not aware of or don't even take into consideration that I feel like it's a part of our lifestyle. So whether you see it or not, like my goal as the artist is to portray that message. Like, shit, bro, I could pull up a painting that's just coming to my head right now that I called like a queen in her domain. You feel me? And it's a black woman like surrounded by like flowers or like pillars or like the temple behind her, the whole nine. And it's got like a real like royal aspect and feel to it, because that's like the perception that I feel like men should have on the black woman, but also that like the black woman should have on herself. You feel me? And within like the comfort of like her being for like, you know, whatever she wants to do and whatever she has to do, as well as like shit, that respect level.
Yeah, I think that's why I pretty much focus on portraits now. I do other things, but I focus on portraits, especially for black people. The meaning of a portrait is to immortalize somebody. When like only important people back in the day got portraits. You know what I mean? So it's like, unless you're painting like a Mona Lisa or something like that, but even then you're immortalizing that person. You know what I mean? Everyone knows who the Mona Lisa is, but you don't really know her, but you know of the painting. So me just doing portraits of black people just immortalizes them.
That's your way of making that difference.
Exactly, making them get into power, because then you're making them important. You know, at that point, because I think black people we're so underrepresented. So just making that difference, making that, you know, just putting that extra effort in to support our people. You know.
So like I guess on that topic of like, you know, being like underrepresented, I feel like it just like people gotta really like think about their perception. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cause your perception could be like being represented on like Channel 5, but like that's in today's time, and in today's time, Channel 5 really ain't shit. But it's like everybody might be looking at it, but Channel 5 really ain't shit. Like you gotta think about like people that really like changed the world or like really brought something new to shit, like really made a difference in life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so follow up question. So we touched on this topic yesterday with the whole Jay-Z and LeBron, Oprah. Today, Dr. Dre even added himself to the list. We heard this on the radio. He is going to be working with Jimmy Iovine, coming up with a school in LA for those that's not getting the proper education. So when y'all make it big, I'm proclaiming it now. When y'all make it big,
yes. Speaking of existence, Lord.
What are y'all gonna do for our people?
Well, that's a long speech, so I'm gonna let you go first.
For me, I mean, I have nieces. I have kids of my own, but I have nieces, and my nieces, they're into art, and for me, like, that means a lot. You know what I mean? When my niece is like, "Yeah, your child teach me, you know, this and that." You know what I mean? So it's like pretty much, I want to give back in a way where I can share. And I'm not an expert. I just do what I do. I do what God gave me the ability to do. You know, I just make it happen, and you know, space makes it happen. You know, that's what artists do. We just carry that flow, and I think giving back is me. I think I'm already giving back in a particular way, because a lot of my portraits, they're not of famous people. I can draw famous people. I don't have no problem drawing famous people, but they already have fame already. Why do I need to keep immortalizing them? I like drawing just the average person because I think the average person is just as valuable as someone who already is at that platform. So if I can already immortalize them and make them feel important, because that's what a portrait is, you're looking at yourself in that moment, and that picture is never going to go away. So it's like, if I can do that with the average person, the average black person, then that's just it's already making a difference. So I'm just teaching, I guess, in a way, just being more in the community, reaching out, especially the younger kids, because when you're young, you already have that. Your mind is so much. It's always active. You know what I mean? You're always like every kid always thinks they're the best artist. You know what I mean? You can never tell a kid, yo, your art's not good, because every kid's gonna tell you, yo, my art's nice, my art's this. You know what I mean? That's how kids are. So, yeah. So just reaching out to the kids and just preparing for the next generation of black artists.
Shit, like on my side of that shit, to be honest, bro, like, more so like something kind of like a YMCA in like major cities, like to really like help with like the melanated people like within that city, to give them like opportunities and connections, whether it be like with jobs or just like creative expression. You feel what I'm saying? Because like shit, when you think about Savannah, for instance, like Savannah, when you look at the dominance of people that's not us, that's kind of ruling like, the job system, or what really goes on, and like how things move within a certain lane. I don't think that's necessarily fair. You feel me? Because like those details are just details when you don't have the opportunity to actually converse with someone on a personal level, to get to know them, or to really like have like a just judgment on whether or not they are deserving of something. You feel me? If it's really like, about like equal opportunity, then create an equal opportunity that anyone can be involved in, as long as they have the mental state to, walk through them doors. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's why I said like shit, like a studio, whatever the case is, like, shit. My thing is like shit, like I want to have like art studios in every city, in every like city or every state that has a capital.
And
you feel me?
See, we touched on this yesterday, so we're not gonna go back into it.
Right. Go ahead.
Later on, when we go out, I'm gonna talk to you about this.
That's on it.
Real quick, what I was gonna say was, like what we were saying, what if you're giving these people these opportunities and they're not appreciative of it?
Listen,
you see how what you just said?
That's cool. But my thing.
Okay, go ahead, because I think
because we want to represent our black people.
Because
that's cool.
Because it's I think artists in general, we think different. You know what I mean?
On the mark.
I've never seen an artist unappreciate stuff.
You know what I mean?
Because I think we're
Jody need an itch.
I think because as artists, man, we're so alienated anyway. We're introverts anyway. You know what I mean? We're expressive anyway. So I think any opportunity, ask any artist. I don't think any artist is unappreciative of anything.
No, she's talking about people being unappreciative.
Oh, wait. As far as that people aspect, though, like, as far as that goes, like, my thing is, like, that really depends on your perception of control. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I can't control how many people are going to come into this building that I've set up for creatives all together. The only thing that I can control is the fact that they have somewhere to go. They have a safe haven that they can confide in to make money with.
But I think artists in general, we don't create art for we sometimes we create art for ourselves. That's good. But art is supposed to be interpreted by other people, and not everyone's gonna relate to your artwork. It's not meant for everyone to relate, but for the ones that connect with it, they're the ones that can appreciate it.
I think the question mainly was them being appreciative of basically what you're giving back, right?
Right.
When you, and like I said, we gonna talk about this later.
Yeah.
That's a good conversation. That's a good
conversation. You know what I'm saying?
When you give back, let's say you're Jay-Z, LeBron, Oprah,
or
y'all,
how he representing Brooklyn,
or y'all, when y'all get up there and y'all giving back, you're taking away these excuses that people have that they've been using for years. They're comfortable living at the bottom.
Right.
So you're raising that floor up. You're showing them, oh, okay, giving back, this stuff actually works. So I'm going to help out my homeboy over here who ain't been paying attention. Mm-hmm. That's how they're going to appreciate it. Because they're actually able to help somebody else out. that's when it's really gonna sink in for everybody.
Yeah, like,
you raise,
okay, this
you
is
raise
really
that floor,
happening.
When you raise
and
that
then
bar.
that ceiling raises up too.
I
Exactly,
understand exactly what you're
right.
saying, but at the same time, it's hard to make other people understand the way that you feel, have that same ambition that you feel, because only you, like, some people are gonna gravitate towards it. A lot of people won't gravitate towards it because you can't just.
It's always gonna be resistance.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's facts.
Always,
that's
man.
facts. But
Always.
then, like, that's a part of being like a creator. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't look for society's acceptance into what you do, or everybody's perception to fit into like what you just created.
Right.
Not everybody's gonna get the
right.
the grand scheme of things.
A lot of
Not
artists
everybody's gonna
die.
get those
You know what I
details.
mean? They pass away, and
It's not
when they
your
were alive,
artworks.
the artwork wasn't appreciated. But when
Yeah.
they die, it's like, you know, like Tupac. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, you know what I mean? You be immortalized. You know, once you appreciate.
But you know,
people
everybody
more.
appreciate everybody when
Right.
they pass
When
away.
they pass away.
Gotta give
And
them
it's
their
like,
roast
damn,
right
where were you at? Where was the appreciating at when I was alive?
here. Gotta give them.
I
their
feel like
roast right
that's
here.
like because of like society, like I can't really say like all over the world, but I feel like within America, as far as creators go, it's like that just because like I mean, it's a really like necromantic society to where like it's like
People are jealous too.
like yeah, but just like the death aspect, you know what I'm saying? Like people feel like once you stop creating, or once you can't do anymore, or once it's limited, that makes that shit legendary. But in reality, like no, like you should be like outside of that box to where like if he dies tomorrow,
Right.
I should feel like getting his piece. No, like if
Right.
you passionate about it,
Right.
if you feel that shit,
Thank you.
fuck what the crowd has going on, fuck what the 95% says. Being that 5% that's gonna say, bet, bro, I'm gonna cash out on you for that
Right.
piece.
And I
I'ma
respect those people
support that.
more. You know what I mean? Like you shares with people more.
Hell yeah. So
Obviously,
when
man.
you get that,
off the rip, you know what I mean?
when
You
somebody
never
pay
forget
$100
the
for a
people.
painting, what?
Right.
Okay.
All right, so we got enough time to display y'all artwork.
Okay.
So who wanna go up first?
Oh, go ahead, man.
And I need y'all to give me a painting, please.
Oh, I mean,
Hey, I already told him, you know, I got some pictures coming, so.
And
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got
yeah.
a
Like that is,
performance.
I need that.
We got a special performance. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Some of
First,
time travel.
space about to breathe in. We got space and opportunity. We got to lock it up. Oh my God, that is gorgeous.
All right, so we gonna.
Yeah.
I guess I'll hold it over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Oh my God, we'll hold it.
Yeah.
Look,
That's,
y'all.
that's one I did on my sister.
Oh,
a,
that's your sister?
Yes, that's a.
Oh, that's
a portrait of my
gorgeous.
sister that I did. I did that years back. Actually, that's acrylic.
You got mine.
You listen, I got
Canvas.
yours. You got the juice. I just
That is
I would've brought
gorgeous.
one of my
And he's so detailed in his artwork. You
This-
see how her weave was laid, y'all? Her weave was
I
laid.
brought this one in because
Let me
like
see, what is
because
this?
Joe asked a question
Colorism.
yesterday.
You see that?
Yeah, Joe asked something about like what do y'all do for black people. I try to
Wow.
this one I did it in college when I was in college. I did this one on colorism because I think us as black people we deal with a lot of issues, but we deal with a lot of issues
I hope
within.
y'all can read this down here at
They
the
can
bottom.
see that. That's which one? Let me read it out loud because you know I got a big mouth.
Yeah, go on, read that loud.
I never hated that. I never hated the color of my skin. Woo! I hated the way people felt about it. Ooh, get into it.
Right.
Jesus.
And I did this because black people we deal with a lot of issues, but we deal with a lot of issues
Wow.
within our community. We deal with colorism.
Wow.
You know, it's
Paper
like,
bag mentality.
right, exactly.
Wow.
So that's what that was about. So, and that was another
Oh, yeah, I
one.
like this one.
Yeah, Rise Above Color.
Yeah.
I got the
Mhm.
stereotypes over there.
Oh,
so.
she looks so pretty.
So you got the
So, yeah.
stereotypes
You
of
see
you're
how
pretty
we
for a
is
dark
melon?
skinned girl.
We
Right.
is
You
melon,
hear that all the
ain't
time.
we?
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Black
You
is
you
sexy.
loud,
Ooh.
angry, brown paper bag
Yeah,
test,
you said it though.
Oh my God.
unattractive
she's
and
gorgeous.
aggressive.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
Oh,
we feel.
wow, that's
though.
right
That's
here?
dope. That's dope.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think y'all can see this. I couldn't
Yeah,
get
so
proper
we gonna
prints of
see
it, but that's a portrait that I did. You know, I like drawing black people. That's my little niece right there. You know, I just added just little things in the background with that.
That's
so.
my favorite one with her tongue out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And those
Yes.
eyes,
We
those
gotta
eyes.
show that again. She looks so pretty. Look at the pretty baby.
And space.
First.
Yo,
Space
go.
Bar represent.
listen, my man's came with his whole portfolio. I can't even
You
like.
sure
I
did.
can't
That's
even
how
compare
you
to that
need to
shit
be
right now.
prepared.
You feel me?
It's all
I
good.
just-
Space did
I
this.
got my shit subtle. You feel what I'm saying? Like, It's real subtle, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Space
I did
one up me because Space is performing, y'all.
Yo, that's all it is. It's just like I didn't want to outshine my man. I had to let him, keep it visual. I'm gonna be coming with the music flavor, but the only painting that I got with me right now is this that I did for Sis.
He killed that.
He killed it though.
He killed that. That was cute.
Because that's something that she could.
My gift from Space. Y'all see that? It's pretty, right? A Fistful podcast first anniversary.
Chrissy.
It's going to my studio, y'all. Do y'all see this?
Yeah, I do. I hear it too. But
I hear nothing.
It sounds like somebody blowing on the mic.
Yeah, but I do hear the window.
Yeah, on the mic. Well, let's just keep it rolling.
So we good?
All right.
Talk over it.
So we're good, and we're gonna close out this evening and tonight
with Space
with
turning
a
up.
special performance from
Let's
Space
go.
TK
Let's go. I gotta make sure my man's got the beat or whatever he needs. You know what I'm saying, to play it.
Yes, he'll be right back.
I can play it off of my phone right now, but
I
don't know if I want to do that.
I want you to spit it.
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Because I need to twerk.
It's gonna be limelight, like Young Blue said. The limelight.
I need to twerk.
Let me go check on my mans. I'm gonna see, you know what I'm saying, make sure like the studio setup is all.
Y'all ready for this performance?
Yes,
dandy, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm gonna come right back.
All we need is space and opportunity.
Yeah.
And we got space.
Oh, a lot of
space.
It's on the way.
Your art is very beautiful.
I appreciate it.
I mean, you gotta give it up to black men.
She just want to know when you're going to do a portrait of her.
I sure do, but still, you have to really give it up to our black men.
You do.
Because you are doing something positive.
Wait, what's your name? I only do.
TJB. I mean, that's my initials, Terrell Jamal Brumfield. That's my name. But I just shortened it up for TJ. And TJ actually has a meeting, an African meeting. So I try to, do something a little bit like that.
So is it TJB Artistry?
Yeah, and Artistry actually was Chrissy's idea. She added a little artistry, flavor.
She had to put a little flavor to it. She had to spice it
Right
up.
with B. Street and B.
You did very good.
I appreciate it.
Spitting bars.
Art.
But yeah, that's something that I always like struggle with. Like when I really started like doing portraits and stuff like that. Like, dang, how can I'm a black man. Like, you know, I love my people. We struggling and we doing all this other stuff. How can I harness that? And that's something I'm still like really trying to get good at. You know what I mean? Like, because we dealing with a lot of issues nowadays. And it's hard to really like harness that in like a really powerful painting. You know what I mean? And that's what I really want to start getting into. Like portraits is nice, you know, and portraits is good. It makes that person that doing the portrait feel good. But I'm trying to expand on something that make everyone like, damn, you know, like that shit. Like I felt something. You know what I mean? Like I'm still working on that. So that's something I'm still working on.
Okay, patience. Take time. No worries.
Something on your mic.
Which mic?
So it's me.
Jody, stop messing it up, Jody.
My bad. Yeah,
Is that your phone, G?
Jody.
How is he messing it
I
up?
don't think it's his phone.
No, it's me. I guess the.
Yeah, I literally.
So he need to rap here?
What's that?
He needs to rap
he
here?
good where you.
Yeah,
It was just
a little sound.
Yeah. That's
You
my
good?
Yeah, 100%. Sure.
Alright, well, we just sitting here. What's next?
So I got a question.
What
I'm gonna go
question?
ahead and ask this question. This question is from who is from first? Before I start lying, y'all. You know, if I can't get it right, I say names, making up stuff. I give you a name, girl, but you know who you is. Okay, so Jesse sound like a man, but if you're a girl,
Don't say that.
I'm
She
sorry.
sound like a man.
Moreno Valley, California. She wants to know what is it about showing a little. No, she want to know what is about having a title versus actually the importance of actually having a relationship. So
she want to know why is she gonna put the title? If we gonna put titles to this?
Yeah, why is the title so
who cares
important?
about the title?
It ain't
I know, right?
Jody, let me go real quick because
Okay,
I feel like who cares about a title? Because if you
come
putting in that work,
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
you don't need a title. You are the wife.
We got to transition. So, like,
You
shut this down here.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so like
We had one
we got a
question
couple
though.
more minutes or some shit. Yeah, we can just that's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
Whenever he didn't tell me specifically, he was just saying that like whenever we shut down shop, then like he was gonna take me over there into the studio.
Okay, cool.
Do the music shit. So like we'll have a break. So like we can take wine or like whatever for real.
So this will be the last question.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so like I was saying, who cares about a title? Because nowadays a title is nothing. Because like you could be married, have that ring,
Thank you.
and you are nothing to this
That
man.
part.
Nothing to this man.
Or to
Let's-
that woman.
True.
Oh, to that. Oh, I'm sorry, Jody. I'm sorry, Jody.
We get done like
Let's
shit
preach.
too. We
Let's
get
preach.
done like shit too. You
Let's
feel me?
Let's
They don't
preach.
be
So
grateful
it's
for us.
so you know I'm gonna do it raw and uncut because she like me.
Let's
doing it
go.
wrong.
Let's go.
Fuck
New
a
York.
title, okay? Okay, look at my face. Okay? Okay? Because if you're doing your shit, you don't need no title. You already know what you is because I'm a boss.
And because what? You are the table, right?
Wait.
Yesterday, that's the conversation yesterday, y'all.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, the titles and stuff. Yeah, the titles don't mean anything for real.
At
Okay.
all. That's
It's
in the
like,
garbage.
it's like, you can say you boyfriend, girlfriend, oh, he's wifey, that's like that. But
Girl,
it's like, it really doesn't really mean anything because, like, it's really how you guys interact with each other. Like, if you guys have good vibes and stuff like that, you don't really need a title, to be honest with you. Actually, me personally, I don't even like titles. I don't like, I think I'm too old for, like, okay, boyfriend, girlfriend, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
I'm just
That's
like,
facts.
okay, I'm vibing with you, you know.
Yeah, I'ma keep
you know
that
what I mean?
shit
I'm gonna
rolling.
keep that shit. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna keep that shit rolling until something more, serious.
Until you become
Till whatever the fuck
Zaddy.
happens.
Right.
Whether y'all get married or whether some other shit pop off, whatever the fuck
Zaddy.
happens, like,
Bars, yo.
Right.
He's spitting.
Wait, Space, we gotta give you
my
space.
thing-
and
yo,
opportunity.
chill out.
I'm ready, Space.
I guess with that subject though, and like that topic, like on some shit, like, if titles are that important to you, you need to make sure that all that shit add up. You feel me? Like, you need to make sure that, like, if this is somebody that you are considering to be your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you need to make sure that if you want to give them that title, they are adding up to everything and then some, and then you yourself is also willing to build with that title. Like, because from one point, like, you hear, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah, titles don't mean shit. Because, like, shit, perception-wise, you might be claiming somebody is this or moving with somebody like this, but then they might not respect you on that level, or it might not be reciprocated. So, if you do want to hold yourself to titles, you need to make sure that whoever you dealing with is adding up to all that shit.
Yeah,
that
but
you
I'm gonna
want
need that
and all
ring,
shit
though.
you need.
I'm gonna need that ring on my finger. Just because I've been through it, I'm gonna need that ring.
On the mob.
But I already know ring is not everything, but I'm gonna need that ring.
No, but that's that. But see,
I
like,
need that ring.
And we talking about patience.
you
I
done made
never
that
got
shit
the
now.
patience, but I want the ring. Okay.
One, the ring is like that's solid. That's good. You feel me?
That's
but see,
just
like you got,
maturity thing.
but you
Maturity.
got the wisdom to know that,
Right.
like, if a brother's gonna put that ring on you, you
Or
gonna
not.
know. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he with that shit. He with that shit for the long run. Oh, he really riding with that shit because of the standards,
Right.
your maturity level, how you handle this nigga lacking, or whatever the case is, and how you move with yourself too. You feel me? Like, so, like, if you put that ring on it, you know you gonna be good. You feel me? It's
Yeah,
not
but
gonna
the
be
ring
like
doesn't have to do with titles, cause I don't need a title. I just want a ring, cause I already know I'm the
on
wife.
the mob. But my thing is like,
so what is the ring
it's the
mean
balance
to you?
of it.
The ring is just a physical. To me.
Right. It's
That's
just a
it.
physical.
It's just a physical because it's been plenty of times you had the ring, but you ain't a wife material, man. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta have both.
I'm bringing
You gotta
something
bring
me
it
and
together.
Chrissy have done. Prime example, when I was in the military, before I actually got married,
Wow.
this is
Everybody
before I
knows.
got engaged to her, I had a ring on. It was just something material, but it's like, it's showing my commitment to her.
Yeah, that's
On
what
the
I
mob.
was.
On the mob. But see, like, you gotta think about, like, perception-wise of, like, being grounded in a relationship and how big of a thing that is. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like, to you, like, you wearing that ring on your ring finger was like a loud ass stamp for, like, hey, listen, I'm straight on that. You feel me?
Right.
Like, we out here thugging it. But, like, to the average Joe, nigga might have a ring on and be like, oh shit, well, let me go ahead and slip this in my pocket. Or even still be on some, like, let me jump down. So that's why I said, like, if you want the ring, make sure you get the ring, but make sure emotionally
they're both on the same page.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
You get
That's
that ring,
it.
but you
Because
make
I
sure
said
they
that.
see everything following in line.
See, for the people that already had the ring,
Yeah,
and
Ben
no
had the
respect
ring.
with the title,
Yes.
no right with the title, it's kind of different because now I want the dress.
Ooh.
So my standards have changed.
What?
Like
Wait,
the ring
you
is okay.
dress.
I've had the
Right,
ring
right.
twice.
Right.
But it's the respect and it's the same desire.
Yeah, yes.
On the
that
model.
I want. So it's the dress now.
Okay,
I
so
feel what
the
you
dress-
said.
I never had a dress.
You never had the big wedding.
Yeah. So
But see,
it's
like-
But you deserve that.
On,
exactly.
Act
with-
on God.
So
and
your
with
standards
everything-
change. Your standards
Because
don't
I
remain
had
the
that,
same.
though.
I wouldn't
still.
say like standards necessarily change. To be honest, I feel like you get back to that original. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because like originally, you
I
may
wanted
have
a
wanted a
wedding.
big ass wedding,
Yes.
but because you was
Okay.
dealing with this garbage ass nigga, you feel me?
He's talking about
that
garbage
shit
ass
just
nigga.
goddamn, it went back to the
Right,
trash. You feel me?
right,
You put
yeah.
that shit on the back burner
Right.
because you
Right.
made a personal sacrifice because you had the opportunity to be happy. But when it comes to sacrifices and happiness, you got to know where they sit at and what gauge they on, because they really shouldn't goddamn cross paths. You feel me? Like, if your happiness is like all of these details, then all of that shit should be hit, and then whatever's in between, like minor shit,
I like
for
it,
the
like, in
relationship,
between, like, minor
that shit, you should be okay with sacrificing that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not the major shit. You feel me? Because, like, I mean, me personally, like, shit, okay, I want a big ass traditional wedding, right? Well, like, you know, all my niggas come through, you know, we get down, we cut the rug, we did it, you know, the whole nine. But if I was like dealing with somebody that was like, hey, listen, I'm trying to only go to the courthouse, I'd be like, well, wait.
Now, is that disrespectful?
That's not
It's
disrespectful.
wait,
Hey,
respectful. It's not.
It's a
That's
question for everyone.
That's not at all.
Do you think it's
I'm ready for
disrespectful?
spicy.
Go
I'm
ahead.
ready for spicy.
Do you think it's disrespectful?
Go
Like,
ahead.
let's say you love this girl,
Right.
She love you,
Right.
But you know, you ain't got the money, the finances right now to have like a big ass wedding.
True.
Now is that
But you gonna do
disrespectful?
that?
Oh, wait.
Now,
Go ahead, finish.
right?
and
Because
then
I
we'll
know
go
my
ahead.
answer, but I want to know your perspective. Is it disrespectful? For a man, is it for
All right,
is
go
it
ahead,
disrespectful? No, I'm actually for y'all too. For a
Go ahead,
female, it's
Chrissy, take the mic.
disrespectful, and for a man, it's disrespectful if someone asks
Don't
y'all,
disrespect.
hey, let's just go to a courthouse.
Okay. For me, it was disrespectful because I was promised. So, as me, as a woman of my word, I expect you to keep your word.
Thank
On
you.
the mop. On
And
the
when
mop.
you
Say it
don't
again.
keep
Say it
your
again.
word, and
On
it's
the mop.
2-3 years later, I'm like,
Yes.
yo,
What
Yes.
the fuck going
I
on?
wanted
Yes.
my dress.
Yes.
On the
Yes.
But I compromised for your ring.
Right.
At the
You know
moment.
what I'm saying?
No,
At the moment.
but you know
Thank
what?
At the
For the
moment. You
courthouse.
feel me?
Right.
The ring and the courthouse is two separate things, baby. Let's get that straight.
Well, I got them both, but it wasn't
Let's
my
get that straight.
desire. I wanted all three combined.
Right. Because you deserve that. Because when you say you about to
Thank
make
you.
somebody
That
your
sounds
wife,
good.
yes, let's say it again. Look
It's
at
the
the
whole
camera.
nine.
When you
It's
say you
the
about to
whole
make
nine.
somebody your wife, you need the
whole
ring,
nine.
the all out, the dress, the whole shenanigans. You
On the
understand what I'm
mop.
saying?
On the
Because
mop.
that's your
Is that-
day. You
but is
understand
it
what I'm
needed?
saying?
Facts. You gotta
But
celebrate
It is
that.
needed.
Okay.
You know why it's needed?
Alright, so we got the winner.
Wait.
Wait. Because I'm going to go and then
Yeah,
we
I'm
can
gonna
just go
hit
around
it.
the
But I'm
table.
ready for Spice to turn up. Space to
Okay.
turn
Chill
up.
out.
We can just go around the table. So,
Right.
like,
I just really want to.
she got her
Hold on,
perspective.
hold on, he
So,
really
like,
wanna know.
let me go ahead and drop mine. My thing with that, right, is that, like, as a man in a relationship, your main priority should be making your woman happy.
Oh, God, say it again.
So it's like, you should
Mm.
wait.
Say
On
it again. Say it
on
again.
good terms,
Space.
right? In a relationship, I feel like
Wait, come on,
that
don't-
your
come on,
thing should
Taurus.
be making your woman happy within balance. You feel what I'm saying? As long as she ain't,
He young.
if y'all,
Oh, that got
what you
nothing to do with that.
we'll
You
talk
are
about that
supposed-
shit.
So
We gonna
all the
talk
men
about
not
that
supposed
shit.
to make
Wait,
your
wait,
woman
wait.
happy?
I'm gonna break it down
Come on.
all the way
Hey,
from
All right,
that's cool.
Jody,
That's cool.
hold
That's
on.
cool. So
Jody,
let me
what you
finish
gotta
this
say.
thought. Let
Jody.
me finish this
Let
thought.
him finish.
Jody
Let me
got me
finish
upset
this
right
thought.
now.
Let him
You feel me?
finish.
So
Let him finish.
as far as just that goes, you feel me? Like, okay, yeah, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying?
why
Like,
we like
you do whatever to make your woman happy. You feel me? You process that shit. You make sure it's balanced or whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, like, you make sure she good. Especially like if you married or, well, when you married, that's like top tier shit. You feel what I'm saying? But
That's the goal.
other than, yeah, on the mob, like
No, but
if
it goes
that's your
both
wife,
ways.
That's true. I mean, shit, it's balance and everything.
Right,
Everything's got to be
so
balanced.
why are you salty, Jody?
So what's the why
Jody a little salty.
Yo, I gotta figure out what's going on.
Space, Jody. Why are you salty?
Go ahead, let my man stop.
Time out.
Right, time it out.
So first, I'm gonna ask you a question. So it's not disrespectful if you ain't promised, like in her case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everybody has different financial circumstances. So whether you're the man that's saying, "Hey, let's do the courthouse," or the woman saying, "Let's do the courthouse," if that person loves you, they'll understand. Because it ain't nothing but a piece of paper and some words being said. You ain't even got to go through that process to be somebody's husband or wife.
Mm-hmm.
On the mark.
That's true. That's not wrong. But in the long run, are you going to do that though?
No, but see,
when
like
you do get
the vibes and how they move, that's a whole different story. You feel me? Like you supposed to make sure that's straight before y'all even get to that point of like making sure, like, oh shit, you got that ring.
Right.
Space.
Okay.
I'm a cougar now. Stop it.
So speaking on what Space just said, that a man's supposed to make sure that his woman's happy.
Come on.
Please.
We've had this conversation already.
Let me hear this.
That whole happy wife, happy life is bullshit. And
That's-
I'm gonna break it down to
Yeah,
you.
hell yeah, do it.
No.
That's not true.
I'm gonna break it down to you why. I
Why?
say that. So I was one of those people, as long as she was happy, I was good.
But what's happy to
But
her?
hang on.
That's the
Go ahead.
problem.
Hang on.
Okay.
Because it was things
Go ahead.
that she wanted me to do that would make her happy, or things she wants to do solo that would make her happy. But in the end, I'm hurting myself.
On the mind.
Wait,
On the mind.
wait.
That's important though.
Why?
So-
How
why-
you move with yourself and that.
How are you hurting yourself?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
how-
Like
that
if
personal
she's happy,
sacrifice.
If you're if she's
Let him
happy,
finish.
you're supposed to be
Let him
happy.
finish. Let him finish.
No.
Let him
Oh
finish.
God, I need a sip.
So
Let him finish.
if your happiness involves you taking away from the household, or your happiness makes you come across as a single woman out in these streets, that's hurting me in the process.
On the mob. On the mob. That's
Okay.
disrespectful.
Okay,
That's disrespectful.
okay, so that's totally different. Like
That's
now, I'm feeling you
disrespectful.
though. That's totally different. Let me tell you something. When you become somebody's wife, making a woman, your wife, I'm gonna say wife, making your wife happy, it's simple. Because if she's like, okay, babe, I want this, I want that, and I feel like you can do it, that's making her happy.
Only.
Wait. But listen.
And then she has to make you happy too. Because remember, she gonna make sure she gonna keep you.
Exactly.
So you don't have to wander. You don't have to do that. Oh, let me take this ring off because that booty is looking juicy.
But that's that different
No,
thing.
my
Though. That's
nigga.
that different thing.
That's
As far
the
as
thing, a lot of-
women, like to a certain caliber, like they got a balanced mind on their shoulders.
Right.
You feel me? So like to
Ooh,
the
damn.
average woman,
Hey.
that shit, it may not even come to that manner. You feel what I'm saying? To where like their perception on things may be like solely focused on the self and what's gonna get them rocks off or get them happy at that moment. You feel me? When you playing the longevity game, that's a whole different ball game. Because then it's okay to be selfish. Because then it's okay to like, okay, well, you know what? You out here doing your thing. Let me go ahead and wash my hands and then leave that shit to the wayside and let me go ahead and live my life. Because you obviously not moving to the
As a
standards
married.
or
So
to the
question.
foundation
Okay,
that
so
I've set within myself
Right.
as far as being a husband or in a marriage.
So question. Let's say y'all. Okay, so
Damn,
basically
this
what
thing
y'all
too
saying
hard.
is marriage. You should change. Like it should
No.
like wait.
Wait.
Wait,
Let him
wait,
finish.
wait,
Let him finish.
wait,
I want to
wait,
hear the whole
wait,
idea.
wait,
Like
when
I
I
want to hear the
say-
whole
when I say-
concept.
when I
I'm
say-
not gonna get
Go
through
ahead.
this, y'all.
Wait, when I say
Go ahead.
change, I mean okay, y'all dating, y'all had y'all time, y'all spent years together. You know what I mean? Y'all used to go to clubs and all that stuff. But when y'all married, should shit change? Like
No, I'm gonna
should
take
she
him to the club with me. Because I want to grind on his dick. And that's it.
Wait.
Right?
On
wait,
details,
wait,
minor
wait.
details,
Right. What
Wait.
he's saying is, some women they still like do selfish stuff. So it's kind of like when you're married,
Ain't nothing changed.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing changed. Right.
But
That's not.
should it change though?
No.
Yes.
That
But
it
should
should.
it change?
No,
It should.
I think I
It
get
should.
what he's saying.
Like,
so
you
know what I'm
on
saying?
that standard,
Right.
you're a wife now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Single, so
Yeah.
shit
Shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shit should
Exactly.
change.
Exactly.
Shit
No,
change.
that's fine.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's
you're
facts. That's facts.
changing.
When you
But
moving
you're
with
changing with your man because you got to
Right.
understand. okay, you want to be like, okay, you're not doing that single life no more,
Right.
but you about to take your man.
Exactly.
That's what I was trying to say to you.
It's
Like,
that's
you're
what I'm
taking
saying.
your man where
Right.
you want to
That's
go
100%.
because you want to be
It's
a
your
part of it.
behavior that
Exactly.
you're
Change.
changing.
Yeah.
It's not
Exactly.
changing you
Exactly.
As a
Exactly.
person,
Behavior.
but your behavior, right?
Right.
Because like
Right.
when you married,
Right. It's different.
when you pop out, you want to go to the club, you want to have a good time,
Okay,
you want
wait,
to have some drinks or whatever the fuck,
with
you
your
want to dance.
husband.
You gonna bring your significant other
Right,
with you,
right.
so that way, while like you doing everything that you want to do, they are a part of that.
Exactly.
Instead of you being led to temptation
Right.
or whatever
Right.
the case is, all of that shit is taken right
After
there. You
dark,
feel me?
I'm about to tear you up.
On the
Bars.
bars. On the bars.
Come on, space.
So I'm assuming you probably read about
Yeah,
that.
Yes,
I mean,
we gotta get
So like,
something.
Yo, that's cool. We can do that shit.
We gonna end it
we
like
gotta
that?
shut this down, and
Are we gonna
then
pray?
we're gonna have a little like in between, and then we're gonna make that transition.
Well, let's get this
Alright,
prayer in.
All right.
I love Black excellence.
Yes, indeed.
All right, y'all. I want to thank y'all for tuning in with me
Yes,
tonight. And
God.
my panelists, my Black excellence of panelists. I
Yes.
have Space 2K
Black
TK
Panther.
as a low-key artist and low-key artist in the local Savannah area. And I also have TJB with me in the Artistry in the project manager area of Savannah, Georgia. And I also have with me Miss Tiffany from New York.
Yes.
She's the son of the sons, y'all.
The queen.
And she's the female perspective / co-host for tonight
Thank
and
you, God.
yesterday. And I also have the male perspective, Mr. Jody. In the house tonight. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in with us tonight as a blessing in disguise. And we are grateful that you tune in. We may not resonate and get to each and every one of you, but for the ones we do, we hope and we pray that we touch and release every inspired messages or raw truth from our own life lessons to inspire you to do better and be better as a person and as a human being. So moving forward, I would like to introduce to you Mr. Space TK, and we're going to say have a good night, stay blessed, stay encouraged.
Stay safe. COVID is still out there.
You know, use the mask if you want to, but me, I can't put them on my face. I'm sorry.
All right.
We're
going to turn up. We're going to turn up.
And the church says amen.
Amen. I love all of y'all. Y'all are so beautiful to me, handsome, and I'm just so glad to be a part of this, y'all.
A Fistful Podcast, tune in.
Damn.
And you can, I want to go one by one with your LinkedIn handles and IG
I'm about to be
handles.
on the
Where can you find my people at? Let's
So
go.
you can find me at Jody Joe on Instagram and Snapchat.
Wow.
That's JOD.
Shout out.
Who next?
And y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
I am the official Tiffany Spencer on Facebook and Nesbitt Tiffany on Facebook. And then you know when you see this beautiful face, you already know. Go ahead, handsome.
You can find me on Instagram. That's
Yeah.
TJB_.
Yeah! Simplicity is key. I'm fuck with it, dog. Simplicity is key. Let them know. Keep that shit simple. I'm fuck with that. Okay.
Get it together.
Ooh, okay. You
Okay,
about to give me
it's
ready.
personal.
What's
You
today?
can add me on Instagram, SPCE_TK.
Yes. I got wax today.
Hit me up. I'm cheesing. Chill out. So that's that. Hit me up on that. Reach out. Commissions, whatever the case is.
I
Spread
did,
the good vibes. Keep that shit rolling.
Sorry.
Okay, y'all know what? Y'all can find me on Facebook. And also on FistfulPodcast.com. And tune in with me next week. We're going to be posting the full videos, edited and going out tomorrow next week with the photos, session photos as well. And also the two mommies that won the giveaway for my special Pod Swag clothing line. I'm going to award each and every one of my panelists with a hoodie, a Fistful Pod Swag hoodie. And also Trina Renee, if you're tuned in from Orange Park, Florida, you were winner, a mommy winner for Mother's Day. And also Jessica Larice. So tune in with me next week, and I'll send you guys emails out later on tonight on how you can pick and choose which free gift you want. So holler at us, and we're going to get into Mr. Space, because we need some space right now.
Yes.
We're going to turn up.
Space, 'cause,
Yeah.
Tiffany crazy.
I'm just saying.
one. I think
She's saying the groceries have been
I'm
washed.
just
Wait,
saying.
Over to
they
this
good right
performance. Stay with us. We're about to perform.
Gotta move over to the other studio.
A quick break. A quick break.
Yes, some of y'all got that. Okay. Okay, let me get
She said she coming with the drip.
Wax it up, then.
even though he like groceries. That's what it's supposed to be. My bad, y'all. Okay, we ready to turn up.
Yeah, we're gonna turn up right fucking down.
Right.
My God! My God!
He said right fucking now.
You know the gym. Keep going.
It's fucking hot in here. Hey! We about to get it, y'all. Look at my
I fucking love it.
TJB. What's up?
What's up?
Johnny, what's up?
Good out here
Yes!
with the AC.
We was burning. Oh my God, I'm having hot flashes. I'm having hot flashes and shit.
Y'all ready?
Lord,
We
we
ready.
gotta get together.
It's about to cool down real quick. So
Ooh,
don't
yes.
worry.
Please. Oh, this AC feel like heaven. Ooh.
Sweating everywhere.
Ooh.
That's why I brought the napkins in here. I gotta goddamn get it off me real quick.
Take a different meaning to drip real quick.
I did come through dripping, right? Subtle flex.
Come on, Space.
That shit was funny.
We did that.
Y'all ready for faith? I'm ready for
All
faith.
right, Space. Oh my God, I love these pants.
I know, right? Look at them shoes. Get into it.
He already had them. He was just there. I'm just
I like them
slick.
shoes. Get into them.
He got that like that Prince. Yes. Yes. I'm about to play the guitar, y'all. Nah, I don't want to
Break that like
I like that one though.
I know it's lit. Excuse me. I'm excited COVID.
That was original as fuck. I was like, damn, this is cool. Yeah, on the mouth. That shit round.
Oh my God.
You gotta send me
Little
like
flavor to it. That shit go.
I want something with my
chicken.
my kids, and I also want a portrait of my baby daddy.
Yeah, I need that shit. I want to post that
Because
shit.
you know, I want them to have the memories and put it in their room. You know what I'm saying? That is beautiful.
I want to post it like all together.
Because he also was an entrepreneur. Because remember I told you he was doing his clothes line before he passed away.
Right.
Smooth Valley.
How long ago was that? Like,
He only passed away a year ago.
Oh, wow.
It's recent.
I know that.
Yeah, it's recent. And that's why when we was touching on base, like I feel like with me, I'm never gonna forget him.
Of course not.
Like he's I have so much memories with him, but it's like I feel like I gotta move on. That's how I'm a heal if I move on. Because if I stay, I'm gonna remember all these things. I gotta move on because I be like, okay, that's just me. That's a Taurus. I jump back.
You was so with that shit.
It's
You like,
hard
bro,
because
say
you was
what you
another
Right. We gonna fuck with that shit.
As
long as that shit stay hard, bro.
You know what I mean? It's tough. That's really tough. But
It is, but like I said, if I keep dwelling on that, I don't want to be that Debbie that I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I want to move on.
See, that's the thing though. You gotta look at it like this, right? Everybody got different chapters in their life.
Right.
Different books too.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a
ready for the
whole
next
separate
chapter.
book. So you might need to move on. Well, ain't no fight. You need to move on.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's the only healing process I'm gonna have.
Right.
I'm ready for my next chapter.
Just don't rush it too.
Nothing's,
Take your time.
but no. I just want y'all to know nobody's going to be him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
course
I'm not.
That's why I say
you
it's
know,
a separate book.
Right.
Separate
That's
book.
what I'm trying to say.
Right.
I feel like my healing. I started my healing process with the therapy, but I feel like my finish and my close will be okay.
I'm gonna tell you something, right?
I'm moving on.
So my best friend, he asked me because I got a tattoo with my ex's name on it.
Yeah, I got tattoos. Yeah.
A lot of women. I'm right up in the camera. Anyway.
Oh, you on the line?
Yeah.
Charlie, let me
Niggas is
see.
still alive,
Charlie.
It's still live though, but
So
Let me hear you.
So, a lot of women, they make this mistake of getting a guy's name tattooed on them. Then when they get in the next relationship, they get it covered up.
No, I don't never cover up nothing.
I'm not getting this covered up.
I'm not covering up nothing.
We spent 10 years together.
Right, it's memories.
Right.
You feel me?
Not only that, but I wouldn't be where I'm at now without her. I wouldn't have my daughter without her.
Right.
So I wouldn't.
You never forget that.
Yeah, I'm not
You know
gonna get rid of it.
Right.
I might have moved on.
Right.
And it might be somebody else that's in my life, but I'm not gonna.
But the other person have to understand it.
Yeah.
Because if we get
not to mention it's my body. Like same way women tell men all the time, you can't tell me what to do with my body. I'm gonna say the same thing about that.
Right. And I wouldn't care. Like I really wouldn't care.
Somebody said, "Oh shit, COVID-19 in the room. She sneezed. Y'all sick now."
Oh, shut up. I'm a nurse, first of all. Thank you very much. I'm a nurse. I just said ain't no COVID. I wear my mask every day. Thank you.
Boss.
I get them coins every day. I don't want to wear masks.
Why you looking like he confused? Who's Kenny?
I can't stand.
Kenny been talking shit.
Kenny, yes he is. Kenny is my friend from New York. Stop acting crazy. Kenny, no. Yes, he know. Kenny, don't act crazy.
Hell no, he said, "LOL, sis trying to twerk."
What did he say?
He said, "You trying to twerk?"
Oh yeah, he know I like to twerk. Kenny, be nice. Stop it. People think we mean already. Be nice. We about to have a session for space.
Jumpsuits though.
Wait, she pursued me. Ooh, honey. Look at the house. I mean, black is sexy. You gotta know. Black is sexy. Look at you. Yeah, I'm a savage.
I mean, that shit coming from like a good place.
Kenny is laughing.
I fucking can't stand Kenny. You get on my nerves.
Hey, Kiara, that's my cousin.
Kenny, the only one still there. It's some
crazy
people.
shit. Yeah. Listen to some hardcore shit like drugs or whatever.
Hey, Ken, we fuck with you though.
Right.
But then it's just
Still been watching it.
Cause like that's what man. When I was in music, cause I used to do it too.
He still acting.
I used to
He's cool.
like that, just to get, you know what I mean, to get hyped
me
up.
too, bro.
You know what I mean?
So I feel that, bro. I feel
Is
that.
he performing in there? So we gonna his backup dancers?
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. My man's about to go. Did I bring no headphones in here?
I don't think you did.
Headphones. We need earphones.
No, they had the little lights on them.
Okay.
Like disco lights.
I'm a fucking.
Oh.
He said the sneeze. I'm a
I don't think you brought them.
Yeah, I'm saying ain't no more drink. We drink all the drinks.
It's like a little more brown, but
If we had a Papa,
Nasty.
I got the wrong thing.
it's
got a
okay.
cork
No,
in
you
it.
ain't get the wrong thing. You just add it to the party. It's cool.
It's got a cork
Space
in
about
it.
to come on, y'all. Space about to tear it up.
I mean, like, damn, like, who knows? Maybe my best friend got a knife. Maybe a plastic knife somewhere.
Come on, Space.
We just gotta hope for it.
You ready to fuck it up though? I'm ready for you.
I know. What you about to do for us?
Come on, Space. Give it to me. Come on, Space. Space, come on.
I'm about to just do my poetic shit, y'all. Chill.
Yeah, don't do it.
I gotta open up my soul a little bit. Chill.
Space. Space gonna have us. All right.
I need to ask you how this lineup is gonna go from this family. Like a pause.
What they said?
Yo, I'm feeling that shirt, bro. Still.
Oh, my phone.
It's a
Remember you want to take it off though.
yeah, it's a supplement company.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Steel from DC.
Sissy,
Oh,
what's
okay.
I'm doing it? I'm done. I'm like, where's my phone?
Yeah, I actually got this free when I signed up for their supplement stuff. Even though I ain't took it.
Oh, my sister's in here. Oh, damn, I look like a caramel macchiato. Is that even a drink? Macchiato. Nah, I'm the new drink. Shoot, what you mean? Oh, let me wave at everybody. Jesus Christ.
More people in there?
Yeah. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
More time to the sundown. You know what I'm saying?
More time. Is my phone over there?
Kenya is here, Terrell. Who is Kenya?
Kenya?
Yeah.
I don't know Kenya.
It said someone
Really got that point.
tell Terrell Kenya is here. Hey, y'all. We about to go into a performance.
No, she
y'all
did
ready?
not just say that, yo.
Yeah. Somebody named Samantha. She said Kenya is here.
Who's Kenya?
I know. First is Ann.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. Fuck you.
Damn. He ain't getting no love night.
No, not even Ange. What about Ange?
Who? Ange?
I was getting her name wrong all last night.
Who Ange?
It's actually M, the M sound.
This isn't my first show, but then this
Oh.
I was getting it wrong.
Yo, don't play me, yo.
But I want to thank everybody out there.
Yo, I
Let
can't
me give y'all some behind the scenes since y'all tuned in with me. Look at y'all right there. Tip.
We about to fucking up. We about to fucking up. Is he ready?
Come in here. If they come in here, all they're gonna hear is just you.
Like my vocals,
Just
it's not gonna be
your
the
voice.
beat or anything.
Yeah, they're not gonna hear anything else.
So we need to be in
be
here.
able to hear the beat and shit from in there.
Damn, who wants to twerk?
Yeah, so I mean,
Wait, I wanted to twerk.
We want to see you.
I mean,
Look at
We
Space.
are
He's getting ready to perform for us. If y'all haven't downloaded his
Oh.
link already, I'm going to put his link in the bio. Not in the bio, but
Please.
Description.
in the
And he looking
description,
real
in the
trip.
comments.
He on that trip, y'all.
on that shit, like just to like, finesse it or like do whatever.
He's actually really
So that
good.
way, like, within that first one, it gets like a solid performance. Yeah. I want to go ahead and bust. I do want to go ahead and bust that out though, just so that way, like, we can figure out what to do. Like,
well, what we're gonna
Look at
do?
Jody. Get to it. Get into Jody.
What happened?
What? Come on.
Nah.
Get into it. Jody, get. God,
It was
you
off
want
the
cover.
camera. It was off the camera stuff.
So that way, it doesn't sound like
We can't twerk no more.
What we got?
Hell yeah.
I guess we can. We gonna be in the booth. In
Yeah,
the
let's
booth,
get
fuck it
the-
up.
let's get
In
the-
the
give me
booth,
just-
in space, spot the fuck it up. Hey, say,
See, I told you I need a boob. Look at you. I need a boob. I was put it in half and put it on both sides.
She is beautiful.
I was.
You can have the boob. On that ass.
So just let me know whatever the case is, bro. I got you, bro.
I got you, man.
100%. You're the best,
Come on,
bro.
space. I need you to get in the booth. Let's go.
Y'all gotta chill in there, though.
I mean, that's fine. Let's kill it.
We gotta let legends be legends. So.
Okay, but wait, he's too. So you're gonna leave his
I'm
beef
gonna sit in here with
there.
him.
No,
So-
we ain't gonna hear the
Oh,
beat.
I'm gonna be, yeah.
No,
y'all
we're gonna be in here
You gonna
hearing the
do that?
beat.
You gonna
Everybody
record
gonna
it,
be in there,
right?
unless you want a personal feel for it.
I wanna see.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in there, you're not gonna hear
Everybody's
the
gonna
music.
be in here.
That's just the reality of it. 'Cause it's all
Oh,
gonna be
so
going
should
into
we
his
put the camera in
headphones.
there?
No, and if you want the camera to be picking up the music, you can put it in here.
Okay.
And what a lot of people do is they'll put the camera right up to the
Okay.
glass so it feels.
Oh, okay. We got glass.
Oh, we in the
Camera.
booth, fool. Suck it up, space.
Can you get your handprints out
You
the
know how
window?
I'm trying to encourage
See
him.
this?
Fuck it up, space. Yes. Come on, turn it around. You don't know which way to go. Yeah.
No, I'm saying flip it to the other
No,
camera.
we
That way you
just-
can still see the comments.
They not gonna.
No,
we
we gonna
wanna
spin
see
around.
us because. But they
Oh,
only
okay,
wanna
okay.
see
Yeah, we're gonna
space.
spin it around as it go
Okay.
on.
You about to fuck it up though.
I'm a good little producer.
You did that.
I
You
do
did
love
that. I'm so
fun.
proud of you.
Thank you, boo. I be big.
I like you.
I gotta have y'all on my show some more.
Okay, we gotta.
I'm
I'll
trying to
go
put y'all
to
on
the
that
travel.
yesterday. We talked about that
He said
yesterday.
I'm trying to put y'all on payroll. Y'all,
Yeah.
how y'all do fistful payroll?
Bitch, I've been saying that.
All right, I get the offers ready. Okay.
Like, come
So
on.
we were talking about that yesterday. You know how Angelique got her red table talk
Mhm.
separate
Oh,
from
Angela
from the
Yeah.
from the reference.
She has
thought
a
Charlamagne.
lip sync.
No, I thought it was
Lip
Charlamagne.
service, yeah.
Yeah,
Lip- yeah, lip
Charlamagne
service.
is that. Okay.
No, they both do that.
Okay,
shout
they
out.
trying to make that money. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So,
then I
yeah.
thought, but then she's taking because Red Table Talk is from Jada. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She got lip service. That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm put y'all on fistful payroll.
You must have heard some good news.
I don't know. He fucking
Oh,
turning
no,
it
never
up.
mind.
All right, Space. Come on now.
Let's get this started.
Come on, Space.
Good.
I'm hungry.
What's your name, Cliff?
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
it, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Cliff, get out. All right.
Alright, we might not be able to get no food though. It's like 11 something.
I know, he's taking me wrong.
What time? We can go to.
We still go to tailgate, but they ain't gonna have no alcohol.
I don't know tailgate.
Them wings though.
Them wings was the bomb.
Right.
I gave it to the kids.
Right.
They bust that shit down. They was like, Mommy, we got more wings.
Chrissy no twerking. Somebody has to be still one in the room.
Kenny, get off the Kenny.
Hey Kenny, I don't
Kenny,
know who
I'm
he
not
is, but
playing
you my
with you.
dude though.
Kenny, I'm not
he coming with the jokes
Look, you
tonight.
see the he always Georgia burning down and Tiffany twerking for face.
Go sit there in the corner.
I can't fucking stand him. That's New York love. That's my best friend.
Thank you, Ken. I'm glad you think so highly of me.
That's my
I'm
best
glad.
friend.
I know. I'm the host.
You see how bad she is though? She is bad. Show them badness.
Nipples.
Ooh, turn around. Body.
But I still
Body.
need that nipple from Tiffany.
What nipple? Confused. Oh shit! How you gonna turn off the lights?
this
He gonna have lights on up in there. Okay.
I'm gonna need him to get it together.
Let me show you what
Time travel, man, gotta be like some
Let me show you what
multi-color.
color
He
setup I
really
usually
wanna be
have
in
going
space.
on.
You gonna have some
Think
chub?
about, like that shit, like the color palette for that shit. In order for that shit to kind of like hit and match the aesthetic.
That's or no, that's not.
Can
what
it
dope,
change?
man. Look
Okay,
at
I
that.
got it.
Look, you got it. The
Okay,
fluorescent
we
lights.
gotta.
Come
Oh, look at the red! Look at the red! Look at the red!
Yeah.
No, I don't like red.
Yeah,
We gotta
here's
do
what I
something.
usually have going on in there. So.
Oh,
I've got,
he is about to fuck it up. He's in that space zone. Come on, space. Yes. Give me them lip licks.
I think
Lick them lips again. Come on. Let's go.
Oh my God.
What happened? What are you doing?
I'm telling them we about to perform.
Okay. I know they like, bitch. Hurry up.
Forget them. Oh my Lord. I'm sorry.
Did you misspell?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, God.
I did.
Somebody put an angry face. I want to know who the fuck that was. I don't know, but I'm going to look. But you see, when I was trying to look, it was making a mimic, so I had to stop. Because I was going to curse them out. Oh, look at you. Seductive.
Are you missing his
Oh, my friend Daisha joined. I didn't know that. Okay.
She was
like
on?
the stream. Yeah.
Who put that angry face?
That's why I want to know. Who? Where the angry face at? Who?
Samantha girl.
Who's Samantha? Let me see.
Is she your friend?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, really?
She was hating.
Tell her she's a hater.
Yeah, she's a hater. But Daisha, I didn't
And
know
tell
she
them about the
joined.
twerk in her
That's what's
face.
up.
How you know she joined?
Cause she liked it. This is all your likes and stuff. So Daisha,
Bitch, how many people flew in this one?
I told a lot of friends.
No, I mean, how many people went on? You want to know till after?
Yeah.
You got an iPhone? Yeah, I do.
That's a nice light.
Drop the link.
What the fuck?
All right, come on.
Yeah, I just found out
Oh!
about that like a week ago.
He
What
said,
happened?
he said, I want my money back. This taking forever.
Who said that?
Kitty. It's free, first of all. It's free from you to me, Kitty.
Kenny,
Jesus.
stop! Kenny, stop!
It wasn't free for me, but
Kenny.
it's free for you.
Stop, Kenny!
From someone.
I can't stand him.
I mean, like,
Oh, we about to fuck it up.
Like, you do whatever. Like, you know, the name is the name, bro. Fuck it. I'm just here to ball, bro.
Okay, so what are you performing so we can introduce you? Space?
Spice.
Don't worry, I'll put his link in the comments.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice, huh?
I know.
Did that
Space
shit come
me.
up?
Yeah, I'm getting it right now.
Okay, that's 100%. Yeah, so just like, I guess run that shit. That's just gonna play through the headphones on the desk, right?
He said, I want my money back. This shit's taking forever.
Kenny is the worst. He's just funny. He's just a comedian. Space ready. Come on.
Also, like, would I be able to turn the microphone, like, so that way, like, sideways,
so
so that way
particular.
they see that, like,
Yeah, if you want more like a
Space, you better get it.
Yeah.
You better get it. You better kill it in
He's
there.
just making me more.
I gotta see some dance moves I ain't seen on YouTube
God
yet.
damn it, Space. You are so demanding.
Fucking artist.
He's like, hey, would you be able to turn the mic?
Oh, he don't want to look at us?
Oh, yes. No, I like that view anyway. His birthmark is sexy. Let's go.
yeah, hilarious.
Let's go. It is. I mean,
Where your cup at?
I know. It's done.
Oh my God.
It's done. It's done. All right, Space. He in the
Space, you
zone.
better turn
Yes,
up.
Space. Turn. Because we about to twerk.
All right, just to give you all an expectation of what's going on, we have to go through and do a practice run, and then the actual performance will go. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I need him to stop.
Gotta make it sound good, you know.
You got it up there? You
I'm
got
sure
it
he
up
already
there?
does, but.
Oh, he don't hear anything.
You say,
You hear me now? He said, run that shit from the top.
Okay.
He can't hear himself.
You can't hear?
You should be able
He can hear it now.
Oh,
Stop moving it.
I got it.
I'm trying to stand it up.
He's
on
right
myself.
there.
I want to turn up.
Oh.
You need to let go. I need my ass to swing.
So put it like this.
All right, I'm just gonna get
Oh,
a
no.
BPM on the beat.
Damn, why is it
Be
swimming?
Like 2 seconds.
All right,
and
leave
we'll,
it. Let it
go
go.
on from
Okay,
the
you
top.
let it go.
Let it go.
All right, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ah.
I'm gonna swivel it to us now.
We
I want-
fucking it up.
I gotta get down with the
Yeah.
Ow.
Hey. Hey. Who?
All right. 1 second.
Hey, that's a primo, y'all.
I like this joint though.
That's you.
Oh, I like this
I like
shit.
this joint though.
I'm waiting
Space.
on
I
that time
need
travel.
space to fuck it up.
What's this? Is a vibe?
What's space?
No, he
What's
doing.
the
I think he's
time
doing you
challenge?
and time travel.
Oh, he
Yep,
doing
I got
two?
you.
I think. Is he just doing one or he's doing two?
2, I believe.
Okay. I think time travel is separate.
You're laughing it too?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a
oh.
practice run right here, so it's not. This isn't our
Appreciate it, bro.
official thing.
That beat is hard.
That sample, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like an
that's
old
my
school
lady.
shit.
Yeah.
You're my lady. Ah.
Days when I was young,
Hey,
Hey.
doing it now though.
Hey. Ha. Ha.
Vibes outside in the pool. I had to feed you. I had to set the table too. We used to hoop all day. Trick shots, goof troop. Nikki had a first niece. Erica the nephews. Remember those Friday dinners with the crew?
Ha.
Still put a foot
Ha.
in everything she do. Then you got a girl, and I thought that shit was cool. Little baby was stripping, but because it was cool. Inspired by music, I found me some moves. I'm jumping off the porch a time or two. Now I done found my wave, and now I'm busting my moves.
Ah. Hey.
I wanna ball my G.
Fuck it up. Come on, Space. It's all right. Fuck it up. Come on, Space. Fuck it up. Come on, Space. Fuck it up. Come on, Space. Fuck it up. Hey.
I'm trying to like stay smooth. I'm trying to.
You can. You can. What the fuck? Move the comments. Hey. Oh, that beat
I
is
like the beat,
hard.
though.
Turn that beat up. You my lady. Oh, fuck it up, Space.
I wish that I
Huh?
could go back in
Ha.
time to tell the truth.
Hey.
Days when I was young,
Ha.
I used to share a room.
Ha.
Hidden
Hey. Yay.
I had to feed Ray you. I had to set the table too. We used to hoop all day. Trick shots, goof troop. Nikki had her first niece. Erica the nephews. Remember those Friday dinners with the crew? The queen still put her foot in everything she do.
Ha.
Hey.
Ha. Ha.
But her cousin was cool.
Ain't nobody gonna get in trouble now, right?
Single bitch.
We gotta have another episode for that now.
Hanging with my crew, bless me, I chew. You was rocking, I cool, but I stuck to the leads. Nazara calling me. I wanna ball my
You can handle this.
And I was 12, my G. Now I can't leave the city, and it's itching at me. Cause I got bigger dreams and niggas don't see me. So as soon as I got off, back into the city. Now I'm focused on business again, rocking with me. It was a blast from the past when we used to kick it. Now I gotta keep growing. Now I gotta keep going. And I pray for you every time the sun be short. But it's gonna be alright. Maybe not tonight. Just keep your head above water so we can take flight.
We fucked it up. Space fucked it up. Space fucked it up. Ah! Y'all gonna make me start twerking. Jesus. I got fuck.
Oh, you haven't started yet.
Oh God. That beat is hard.
Right?
Yeah,
vibing,
you gotta send that. I need that.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and say something.
He's out the studio.
Space left.
Space.
Y'all, if y'all ain't fucking with Space, y'all ain't fucking with me. Oh, your phone. Yes, you look so sexy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
Look at my piece representing. Yes, Space.
Shit, record that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We stay lit.
All that shit.
Damn, little baby.
Let me call that shit. Hey, hey. Ha! All right. Come on, let's get into it. Yay.
I wish that I could go back in time to tell the truth. Days when I was young and we used to share a room. When life didn't hit and there was no abuse. Summertime vibes outside in the pool. I had to feed Ray you. I had to set the table too. We used to hoop all day. Trick shots, goof troop. Nikki had her first niece. Erica the nephews. Remember those Friday dinners with the crew? The queen still put her foot in everything she do. Then you got a girl and I thought that shit was cool. Little baby was tripping, but a cousin was cool. Inspired by music, I found me some moves. I'm jumping off the porch a time or two now. I done found my wave and now I'm busting my moves. Hanging with my crew. Bless me, I cool. You was rocking, I cool. But I stuck to the leads, Nazara calling me. I wanna ball my G. I did that school shit, loving on Ashley. And I was moving some G's. Fuck 12 my G. Now I can't leave the city and it's itching at me. Cause I got bigger dreams and niggas don't see me. So as soon as I got off back into the city, now I'm focused on business. The niggas rocking with me. It was a blast from the past when we used to kick it. Now I gotta keep growing. Now I gotta keep going. And I pray for you every time the sun be showing. But it's gonna be alright. Maybe not tonight. Just keep your head above water so we can take flight.
Hey! Ah! Go boo! Go Space! Hey! Ah! Fucking ah! Oh my God! Ha!
Come on, baby, on the other side. It's a whole vibe. I know you wanna ride.
Oh, this shit is hard! Hey! Go Space! Oh, he's fucking it up! Ah! This bitch.
Yeah.
They know just how we rock. Hold it down, but you can call it side. And when I switch lanes, you see the drop top. Now I'm on the gas until
I wish that I could go back in time to tell the truth. Days when I was young and we used to share a room. When life didn't hit and there was no abuse. Summertime vibes outside in the pool. I had to feed Ray you. I had to set the table too. We used to hoop all day. Trick shots, goof troop. Nikki had her first niece. Erica the nephews. Remember those Friday dinners with the crew? The queen still put her foot in everything she do. Then you got a girl and I thought that shit was cool. Little baby was tripping, but a cousin was cool. Inspired by music, I found me some moves. I'm jumping off the porch a time or two now. I done found my wave and now I'm busting my moves. Hanging with my crew, bless me, I chew. You was rocking, I cool, but I stuck to the leads. Nazara calling me, I wanna ball my G. I did that school shit, loving on Ashley. And I was moving some G's, fuck 12 my G. Now I can't leave the city and it's itching at me. Cause I got bigger dreams and niggas don't see me. So as soon as I got off back in
into the city. Now I'm focused on business, this niggas rocking with me. It was a blast from the past when we used to kick it. Now I gotta keep growing, now I gotta keep going. And I pray for you every time the sun be showing. But it's gonna be alright, maybe not tonight. Just keep your head above water so we can take flight.
Hey!